Right. Oh,
Codec.
man, are they
There we
changing
go.
it back to the fucking they're changing it back to the
Thanks,
at signs
Windows.
again on YouTube.
Now the
Look,
To what
volume
it's
is
is?
people's
working.
handles now on YouTube again.
Oh
It's
yeah,
different
Yeah,
every
the switch for
time.
me,
Wow.
it's still normal on Mahler's chat. So I don't.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still normal in my chat, thank God.
So now I didn't have them. Then they switched them to having them. Then they switched them back to not being a thing anymore. And now I'm back at the ads. So I don't. It's dude, YouTube is so cool.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys like this change? No. Okay. Are you gonna switch it back? Oh no, we're just asking.
Yeah.
Just kidding, YouTube. We love you. Promote us. Put us on the front page.
Oh, I think you guys were promoted last week because I was browsing YouTube. It's like promoted stream, Metal's Forge.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh,
Or,
nice.
no, featured. Featured, I think it was.
I mean, I didn't see any change in
I
things like normal and like viewership or whatever. I don't know.
I should have screen capped it.
I mean, I've seen it on Mahler's streams as well before. I actually don't know what it means on YouTube.
Knowing YouTube, probably nothing.
Yeah. Probably just random algorithmisms.
It's a vanity title.
Yeah.
This is a featured stream. No one else is going to watch it, though.
I mean, in terms of views, that Silent Hill Forge did about the same. I mean, pretty good live audience at the time. I don't know. So I don't know what featured means.
Yeah, I mean,
I
guess not much apparently.
But yeah, I don't know. Good stuff. Who knows what YouTube even means? Oh, I didn't post the
YouTube
X thingy. YouTube also doesn't know what it means, so there you go.
How's everyone been doing other than dealing with YouTube tisms?
Oh, just doing stuff, working away.
Yeah, pretty much.
We had a fantastic Secret Laboratory, SCP Secret Lab stream yesterday. It was fucking amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds
Any
good.
interesting, what do they call the things in SCP? Anomalies?
Yep.
Anomalies. I mean,
They've done so many overhauls of that game. It's crazy.
I mean, they're just mostly just called SCP and then the number, and then you have like different versions. They can be anomalies. They can also be monsters. They can be chairs or telephones. It's weird.
Don't remind me of the chair. The chair was sad.
Yeah, that's a cultural thing that totally flew under my radar, and I think I mentioned it on our maybe in the Silent Hill movie series. But the only real experience I have with that world is Control, because as I was making a video on Control, I started learning that this is all from this thing SCP that's not exactly an intellectual property, because like, isn't it that anyone can make stuff about it? It's like
it's
an
common
open
creative
source world, and like. But yeah, seemed kind of neat. I still don't know all that much about it. I enjoyed Control though.
Control is neat. I like Control.
Yeah, Control's fucking great. Especially like, it's another one of those games where you could play it and get one part of the story, but then when you actually start diving into all the reports, the logs, checking in with every character, looking at the environment, because stuff like what is the reactor actually made of is like, well, when you start putting it together and realize that it's called the sarcophagus for a reason, it's like, yeah.
It's fun stuff indeed. My favorite recipe
I
is
heard
the
they might be
claw
working
game
on
that
a-
makes stuffed gorillas that are sentient and little funny guys. I don't even know that one. That's funny.
Oh, wow. Sentient stuff. I mean, do they have the strength of gorillas? Because that could be terrifying.
That could be terrifying. I mean, if they're funny
Even if they're
guys,
small.
maybe they're just chill. They're just a chill guy. They're just a chill guy.
Or like friendly, intelligent gorillas, like Winston from Overwatch.
Well,
Abiotic Factor has SCPs. Yeah, basically. They have their own classification for it, but yeah, it's fantastic.
Speaking of plush gorillas.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I don't know why this is cut up so weirdly. I'm pretty sure I changed that last time, but I'll go with it. There you go.
Yeah, it's visible. Ah, there we go.
The Mootal Plushie is still available. We're
Hooray.
at 286 units sold, which is well over being funded, so thank you very much. I said it on EFAB yesterday as well. I would like to get to 400 plushies. And as a little incentive, I've said if we reach the 400 plushies sold, I will play one of the games that I put in a poll on Twitter. And I also let the poll run on the EFAB yesterday. And it seems at the moment, out of the collection of Forspoken, Dustborn, and Baby Steps, currently Forspoken is winning.
Oh God. Well, I mean,
Good luck with
you made
that.
your bed. Now lie in it.
I mean,
Of the three, I think that would be the most interesting to watch you play because it seems flashy enough that there might be some fun to be had. But some of the like I've not played the game, but the dialogue I've seen from it seems so ridiculously cringe that I think your reactions will be hilarious.
I think Forspoken is definitely the funnest one of the bunch to play through and make fun of. At least from the bits I've seen in the only place they've done. I feel like there's a lot of cringe dialogue you can make fun of. So I'm personally pretty happy. This one is the forerunner right now. It is winning right now. I guess I can put the link here in the chaticus as soon as I find it. Hang on. But first, y'all gotta reach those 400. Which is about 115 away. So let's make it happen. Make me play Kringe game. Let's see. I think Forspoken is winning more. Since yesterday, more votes are on Forspoken actually. Since I last checked, so Forspoken is pretty comfortably in the lead right now with the two polls combined. So yeah, there we go. So yeah,
well then,
go grab the plushie. 286 sold, 143% funded. Thank you very much already. Appreciate it a lot. So whoever has bought one already is gonna get it. So there you go. That's good stuff.
Hooray! I got one. And I will defend it from Rocky. Jojo has too few teeth to do much damage.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, honestly, I don't really have anything particularly super interesting to talk about from the week. I've been playing some Battlefield 6 because the friendos that I played with came back from their Japan trip. So we've been playing that the last two days, and I've played a little bit on my own before they arrived. Definitely not as fun on my own because you just get insta-gibbed all the time and there's no one to revive you. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid launch they had this time because the game works and it's not a buggy mess that doesn't run properly. So that is a win already.
Oh yeah.
The big things right now is the support class just has the revive, the medic pouch, and the ammo pouch all at the same time. So the support class is very strong right now. I don't know why they made the switch to just putting medic and support in the same class, basically.
Everyone I've told at work about the LMGs being stock for the medic, they're just like, that would never happen.
Yeah.
Well, remember, they did the whole thing with like class locked weapons and stuff too. They didn't actually test it properly. They just said, "Oh, everybody clearly wants the freedom to pick whatever weapon they want, no matter what class they're on."
Yeah,
and then
it's now
that
open.
was only because they didn't even advertise any of the locked servers. They made sure they were all hidden behind the server browser.
Yeah, so if you do
no wonder you got a fucking skewed result.
Yeah, now you have like the in the normal conquest, you can just choose every weapon everywhere, which, I mean, I personally don't care that much about, but I think it's definitely, like, overall, it's probably, not probably, it is more interesting if you have class-locked weapons to choose from. Makes it a bit more dynamic.
Well,
And
I mean,
so you
on the
actually need to
stream-
think about team composition.
Yeah.
You can actually do stuff.
The stream we did on it with Regs, we
Mhm.
were always playing the class lock weapon playlist.
We
right?
were,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's I had to get
I,
good with the
I know
LMG.
Rags has been very outspoken about it. That's why I figured
Yeah.
that would be the case.
Yeah, and the
On his
weird-
Discord, he hates the fact that there are open weapons.
Oh yeah, he's very upset about that, which is fine, of course.
Well,
I'm
it
not
is a
super
little
upset
dumb
about
that-
it. I think it's fine. I think it's more interesting if you just have the locked ones, though.
Well, because it makes your character class decision more
Mm.
valuable, right? Like it's less like, okay, what is the weapon I want to use? What is the skill I want to use? What's the items I want to have? And more, which of these character types is the one that I think I can get the best benefit for my team
Yeah.
out of, you know?
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of mandatory that you have a suppressor, because if you don't, you just get 360 spotted on the map as soon as you start shooting. And some weapons you need to get to like level 13 mastery with it, which is gonna take like an hour or two, which is a bit annoying, because that just ruins your flanking a lot of times. It's like, oh, I have a nice flank. You shoot the first guy, and then just basically everyone just turns around because they see you on the map, and then you're done for. But yeah, but still, I think it's very fun still. That didn't really change from the beta. Something they will definitely nerf, probably into the ground to make it unusable, is mines. Because everyone starts with mines as an engineer, and there's mines fucking everywhere on the map. To a degree where it doesn't even make sense where they put those mines. Like, they're just all around the points, like, okay, so you put them all here. What about over there, though? There's like a full street where there's no mines. And that's where mostly I put my mines in there. And actually today, I got 6 kills in one mine because I put a mine there like at the beginning of the game. And
It's
then
a valuable mine.
and then a full,
That's very
I
valuable.
assume a full APC just fucking ran right over it. And I was somewhere completely different on the map. I just heard like explosions all the time. Ding, 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 ding. It's like, ooh. So yeah, that was a good mine.
Jackpot.
That was a jackpot. Yeah.
Nice.
6 kills in
Yeah.
one go. That was pretty good.
I didn't pick it up just because I probably am not going to play it too much on my own. I hear
Mhm.
the campaign's not fantastic. And,
Oh, it's awful.
I don't know. Also, there you go. And so yeah, if you wanted to do it for a Forge gaming stream, I'll pick it up, but I'll wait
Right.
until that day arrives.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I would wait for a sale if you don't want to play it with people already. I mean, for me, it's like one of those games that my friends always pick up and play. So
Yeah, you were saying on our previous stream,
Mm.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy that it's functional and that it's going well.
absolutely. So yeah,
Hopefully it'll be a sign of things for the future too, since EA is going private now. They won't have shareholders or anything to be beholden to.
Well, I mean, they did get bought by a certain country, I suppose. But
Oh, did
But I
they?
get-
Oh, I didn't hear it.
well, it's
I
I
s-
think it was Saudi Arabia
Yeah.
that put the biggest investment into it. So not public in that you can't buy shares of it, but I think a lot of the money that that you spend on EA games is going to the people who hosted the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and there's some internet.
yeah,
funniness
Saudi
about
Arabia
that.
is getting his hands in a lot of things. They're like super deep into the whole WWE stuff as well, or like TKO in general.
And lots of gaming stuff too. Like they own Evo now, the fighting game competition.
Right, yeah.
And they
They've
own
been-
SNK.
They've been spending a lot of money recently, like crazy amounts of money, because they just have all the money, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that the Saudi Arabia got it though. That's unfortunate.
yeah. It's also, man. I mean, that's a complete tangent and just something that I'm mostly aware of, I assume. But I don't even watch WWE that much anymore because I don't know, the show's pacings and stuff. It's just not really my jam right now. And there's definitely good shit on there, but there's so much nothing in between, and then ads and this and that, and it's like, ugh. But I've seen the recent prices they take for live shows, and they are outpricing a lot of the normal people that watch. Like with the I think WrestleMania tickets, like the biggest show, they were already pretty pricey, but we're now like in the 10K range to get like seats front row for
Holy
one
fuck.
ticket.
Oh yes, I mean
Jesus.
front row seats for any event can be insane, but what's like the just normal person seat price?
Oh,
I
they
think
start
that's
like
probably-
multiple hundreds, even for like the
yeah, see,
the bad
and
seats.
that's kind of insane too. 'Cause,
Yeah, that's
I
like
mean,
the
if
big
you're-
thing that's been going around. They're like outpricing like the families that just want to go to a live show or something, which
Yeah, because if
don't
you're
happen
like
that
200 plus and you're bringing 3
Yeah.
kids, like even if it's just one parent, like that's like you're dealing with $1,000 to go watch a wrestling
Yeah.
match.
Hardy's in chat just said 11,000 for front row seats to Cena's final match, which is not even a big pay-per-view event. That's just that's a Saturday Night Live, I think, is what that is on. Yeah, the thing is, the TKO people, they're also like, oh yeah, we can make them even more pricey. They still buy the tickets right now, so they're probably going to keep making those prices steeper and steeper until people are like, that's too much, and then they're probably just gonna crash a little bit. But it's rough.
That's the way it goes, and you're allowed to say that's too much at any point. People supporting the idea of Grand Theft Auto 6 being $100.
Mhm.
Every day, like IGN, I think just wrote an article that like the original creator of Saints Row being like, yeah, GTA 6 is the kind of game that will absolutely be worth.
Oh, they just need
$100. I'm
someone to fucking bite the bullet so they can price their games the same. That's all
like,
that is.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have the GTA simps in the chat just being like, yeah, I'll pay $200 for it. I love GTA. It's like, guys, like, no, it's not only that game that's going to be that price once it happens, though.
A friend of mine is like, I would actually buy a PS5 just for the game. And it's like, if you do that, I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah, no, just wait. It's like Red Dead Redemption 2, I think, was on PC like 6 months later.
Yep.
Rockstar is, and I think especially with that recent news that I think probably because of Battlefield 6, funny enough, Steam hit like a 41 million concurrent players like last week, which is the highest concurrent player count it's ever had. So it's like, well, I mean, 41 million people, that is a lot of potential players that if you're going to be like, oh, well, we'll release it on console first and then we'll push the PC version down the line. It's like, you're going to start running into a lot of people that are just not going to want to spend $700 on a console just to play one game if they play on PC.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been to several AEW shows, TV and pay-per-views. Cheapest seats have been around $40 to $60. Yeah, that sounds better. I spent around $125 for all-in tickets with really good seats. Yeah, I think when I tried to get the Wembley tickets for AEW, I think I would have paid like $200 something for pretty good seats. But for some reason they never took my payment, so I didn't end up going. But I'll try again next year because I think they're going back to London somewhere. So hopefully I can get some tickets to see a big pay-per-view.
He's German? We don't want his money. Fuck you.
Gross. Well, the thing is, my friend from the UK, that's not Mahler, we wanted to go together, and he tried as well, and he couldn't pay either, so it's just Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster sucks ass. They just suck. It's just all
that's true. That's a universal. That's for sure.
Yeah, Ticketmaster's always been awful.
But that's the only people who get to sell tickets. Even if you go to third-party sites, they just link you back to Ticketmaster. It's like, oh, cool, thanks.
Yep.
So.
But speaking of, there might be a game that Mahler might want to look into because it's very heavily Gaelic and all of
very
its,
heavily gay.
Dialogue and everything. Yeah. No, yeah, it's called Toward Dawn, and deals with like mythology and things like that. But all the stuff is very like, we need to go to the city of LLWLLYWNN. I'm like, what the fuck is that word?
Oh boy.
Welsh is a different language than Gaelic, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But
The Gaelic.
maybe he'll actually
Irish,
know how to
yeah.
pronounce like even a tenth of these things.
It's probably like or something along those lines.
Well,
Comedy. Anyway, there we have it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this week. Oh Jesus!
I finished the
unpleasant
Final
noise
Fantasy
just now.
Tactics remaster, and I liked it quite a lot. That game has a damn good story, and was really interesting replaying it post like reading the Song of Ice and Fire books and like seeing House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones stuff, because they were both based on the War of the Roses, and you can kind of see a lot of similarities in like how the plot's structured and the way like betrayals happen and stuff like that. Pretty neat. The ending is brutal, like it's heartbreaking, and the post-credit scene made me want to cry. Like I was like, oh my god, the world is nothing but pain. But yeah, and then voice acting though is really solid, and actually makes playing through an old PS1 RPG a bit more smooth, because they got like the Final Fantasy 16 voice acting studio. It sounds like, I think Clive actually plays Ramza's brother, Ben Starr. And yeah, and there's an auto progress button too, so you don't have to like click through each speech bubble on your own. You can just kind of hit the X or square button, and it plays out like a cinematic, even though it's just standard old JRPG text coming up, but voice acted and playing for you. And yeah, I would strongly recommend it. It was a really good remaster. It feels like the original game. It looks a bit nicer, and it has good production values because of the voice acting.
Nice.
Also,
That
good
sounds
tactical
wonderful.
combat.
Very nice.
That's it though.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of working on a little spooky ween video to put out. It's just a thing that people maybe get some laughs out of. So I went to record something for like an hour, and I listened to it. It's like, this fucking sucks, and then I deleted it. So I'll do that again tomorrow, I guess. So basically I just wasted a lot of time just doing something, re-listening to it. It's like, oh yeah, I don't like this at all. Delete.
Yeah, sometimes it do be like that.
Even metal hates metal.
Oh my god.
Is it just a video of you? Yeah, it's just a still of me for like 30 minutes. You figured it out. So yeah, I'm gonna do that again. But yeah, I have like a fun little movie that I wanted to talk about for a while that I've watched as a little boy child. It was kind of fun to revisit. So yeah, I guess that's a little hint. Maybe you can figure it out if you watch random streams. I probably mentioned that movie before. I don't know.
So Run Lola Run.
What?
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah, that was a German class staple. Like every fucking year.
It's not a German movie.
Run Lola Run.
Not a German movie. I'm
German
talking
class.
about
I watched it in film class.
Really? That's interesting.
When will the seed of metal hit the cinemas? Ugh.
So I think like it's just one of those lessons in like editing and the story structure where it's like kind of replaying the same day. It's kind of like a Groundhog Day situation.
Yeah.
With, Franca Potente, I think she was the girl from Born Identity. She has very red hair, and there's a lot of electronic music.
Oh yeah. And as you might be surprised to learn, there's a lot of running.
What? Oh,
yeah,
good,
she does
my
run
VLC
quite
crashed.
a bit in that film.
Well, let's restart the VLC, I guess. There we go. That's better. Anyway, I think that's about it from all the interesting things that happened this week, which weren't that many. Mostly just some video games. We are staying on theme for Halloween, I guess, because for some reason this is like psychological horror-ween at the moment.
I guess it's kind of the end of the Silent Hill arc.
I guess so, yeah.
The movie that was kind of one of the biggest inspirations of it.
Yeah, because we're talking
And
about.
Yeah, you can-
probably, I guess, minor spoilers for Jacob's Ladder. Probably one of the reasons that a lot of people are like, "Oh, Silent Hill's just purgatory. All those people are already dead." It's like,
Yeah. Well, I think it's actually. I think it's gonna make sense to kind of talk about the ending because it's gonna make things easier to talk about while we go through here.
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
I guess though, for like a spoiler light premise, probably the main interesting aspect of watching this movie is figuring out what exactly reality
what's
is.
going on, yeah.
And,
So
what the truth is.
if you mean to watch this first and then watch the VOD. I would say, because I'm gonna tell you what's happening at the end right now, in about like a minute or so, and then we go through the movie because that's just gonna make it, I think, a bit more interesting to talk about.
I think so, because it'd be tough for us to dance around it.
Yes.
And as I said, like, it's a big part of the enjoyment comes out of kind of figuring it out as you go. So it would probably ruin the experience if you've never seen this movie before. But I mean, I had seen it before and I rewatched it and still enjoyed it. So it's,
Yeah.
if you know what's going on, it's not a bad movie. Still, it'll just be a little less tense for you.
If you want the full experience, fuck off and then come back later, please.
Don't fuck off.
All right, I'll give people some time to decide what they want to do. The movie that inspired Sonic Chew. Oh, is that so?
Oh God.
Here I was thinking it was Sonic and Pokemon, but guess Jacob's Ladder. It was Jacob's Ladder all along.
Always has been.
Always have been. Love you though. Can't believe Boogie didn't win against the Blob last night.
Oh God.
That's a matchup that happened on the Ultimate Showdown in round 2.
No, it was Boogie versus the Blob.
Wait, what did I say?
I thought you said Movie Bob, didn't you?
He said Movie Bob.
Oh, I meant Boogie. Sorry, they're
Same
both gross. The Boogie didn't win.
Boogie did. He won one round.
Well,
against,
Boogie
like,
won
a
against
horror movie
Hassan
villain.
because Boogie has a gun. That wasn't fair.
No. No, he won against Norman Bates.
Oh, see,
Oh God.
I've already mixed them all
Hassan-
up.
Hassan lost right away to who did Hassan fight? I kind of forget.
Was it a dog?
No,
That would've been
the
poetic.
fisherman.
Although I mean,
Yeah, the fisherman.
yeah, the fisherman from I Know What You Did Last
Yeah,
summer. That
what a
was it.
horrible
I
villain.
mean,
Fuck that guy.
explains why I forgot. It's a pretty forgettable villain.
But if you need any incentive to watch that showdown, racism was defeated by the T-1000 in that one. So
Yeah.
there you go.
That was like one of the surprise villains. It was the villain of Get Out was racism, and it won against the Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow
Yeah.
because we determined that being a like 16th century 18th century German man probably is a little racist, so
Yeah.
he cannot therefore defeat racism. But he
Yeah.
went up against the T-1000. It's like a T-1000 doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You can turn into anyone.
Yeah.
Also, some good clips where I said I have no arguments against racism. So if you want some funny clips, they're all over there. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, Jacob's Ladder. I think we gave people enough time to figure out if they want to stay or not. So this whole movie basically, I mean, you kind of alluded to it with the whole purgatory thing. Nothing is real. Because this movie starts with a Vietnam, what you think is a flashback, but I think it's like actually the present. And the rest of the movie up until the end is his fight against death, basically, trying to stay alive. Yeah. Because in the end, it turns out that he actually did die on the table after he got stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And I do believe the one part we'll get to the stabbing itself, but yeah, I did want to confirm, and that's what I confirmed was the two hospital men that were working on him were in fact in the movie as well as like guiding figures in his life.
Right, right.
Which was very, very cool. Like, I wanted to make sure, because they don't look the exact same. Like, they're a little more disheveled and things like that. But when, you know, his fantasy, they're much more buttoned up and put together. But no, they are both present in his fantasies.
Yes, yes.
So those are the two people that are trying their best to save his life.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's kind of in, I guess, 3 other versions of reality that he keeps bouncing back and forth between. One of which being effectively what's the inspiration for the other world in Silent Hill that you could maybe argue is hell.
Yeah, which we see pretty early on, right after the flashback. After the
it's
Vietnam
one
scene.
of the first things we see.
Yep.
I think it is, right? Yeah, because he wakes up in the subway, which is also apparently the station he ends up at that I found out is the same subway station from Silent Hill 3.
No, I mean that makes a lot of sense, I think.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting thing. One of the people that was watching it in my chat put together, because I clocked on that this is not like a major spoiler. This is just a fun little detail. But he keeps having problems with his left versus right, like which one's which.
Yeah.
And that's brought up multiple times throughout the movie. And one of the people in my chat pointed out that there's actually the test is specifically called.
Isn't it the Bergen? Because there's Bergen Station.
Yep, it's the Bergen test, the Bergen left-right discrepancy test.
Okay, interesting.
So the fact that he got off on the wrong side of the station also is very fitting for the fact that he has left-right problems.
Well, whoever said that is in chat right now, saying I was that particular artist.
Yes, he was. He was indeed.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff.
this is probably a good movie for the autist. There's a lot of like little details happening, and the movie is you could say frequently lying to you, but that's kind of the point, because it's like Jacob's perception is kind of lying to himself. So we're sort of going through this like what is actually going on, where am I in life, what is real, when am I dreaming, when am I awake, and I guess probably the thing that might piss some people off is the sort of, I guess, twist that we alluded to earlier, is that almost everything is in his head. It's almost all a dream, effectively. But I think that because of some of the things that you learn that I guess we'll get to in the various worlds, it's also him actually being in the afterlife and being able to gain insight into things that were true that he could not have known before he died. So
yes.
It also doesn't just say, oh, it was all just like, brain cells firing off and him seeing things that are just all nonsense and silly and none of it matters. It's like, no, he actually is able to like interact with the angels, I guess, angels and demons, for lack of a better way of putting it, that do give him insight into the circumstance around his death, the like things that happened around him in his life, and he learns quite a bit about himself before the ultimate finale, where he basically decides to just let go and move on into the afterlife.
Yeah, so he can be with someone in particular.
Yes.
Who he left home alone.
Ayo. Macaulay Culkin is apparently uncredited in this movie, by the way.
Yeah, he is. I recognized the face on him so bad. I was like,
instantly.
Who was it? And I thought it was Joel Osment. Haley Joel Osment first. I was like, no, that's the other like recognizable child actor.
This is also, it was like 2 years before Home Alone though, so he almost looks exactly like he does in the movie he's most famous for. So like you would, it's like that's one situation where you do not have to credit him. You will know who he is, really.
Yeah.
Or like you'll at least immediately find him familiar, even if I guess you got your wires crossed between the two sort of most famous child actors of the last 30 years.
But
like, is there any others? I mean, I guess the Harry Potter kids, but like they grew up in their own story. It's hard to think of them as child actors these days.
Oh yeah,
Macaulay Culkin he did some child movies, vanished, was in like 2 other movies, and I think he's just hanging out. But
yeah, he does like Yeah, then his most famous roles came with JonTron from then on.
Oh, he's been on a
that's the
couple.
thing,
He's
like,
been
he
on.
pops
ironic-
up on like YouTube stuff. Like he was on Red Letter Media.
Yeah, I was about
and,
to say
like,
that.
He seems
Hot
He
Ones.
seems pretty chill and like happy. Like
Yeah?
I think he's doing
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, wasn't he on AVGN as well?
Oh yeah, he was.
Might have been.
He was. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. So we start, as already said, we having a Vietnam scene. People just
Yep.
hanging out, having some, some marine banter, if you will. Someone is coming back from taking a shit. It's like, oh, why are you shitting so much? Ah, you jerked off, didn't you? And they're like, haha, yeah.
Yeah, he's
War is
cheeky.
hell.
Sure did.
They keep calling him the professor. This is the setup that he is actually a very well-educated individual.
Right. But the scene starts actually with showing how miserable they are, though. Like you have the one guy sitting there without any boots on. Like the toes are like fucked up. Like
Yep.
And the one guy just kind of leaning against a crate of bullets or something, having like a tin in his hand with probably like some meat in it or something, some meat paste. Just passed out basically. They're sharing a cigarette. It's probably like pretty far into the Vietnam War.
Well, they said it was 2 years. They specify.
That's true, yeah.
Because that's when he gets back. The woman says, "You can't spend 2 years in Vietnam and not come back fucked up."
Yeah. And but shortly
Just a
after this, oh yeah, go ahead.
When did the Vietnam War start? Because the Vietnam part takes place in
71.
That's
when
71.
Yeah. When does it start? Like a year or two before this? I don't remember. I don't know how long this.
Very
No,
Very
quite a while
wildly
before
depends.
It,
when the Americans got in, or do you want when it actually started?
Let's hear both.
Okay, it actually started in 1955.
Oh, damn.
my
And then the
God.
It's way early
Americans
on.
went in 1970. Fuck.
Well,
Was it the
1970 or 71?
70s?
1970, fuck.
No, yeah, 1970. Fuck. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
65.
Was it 65?
Well, it said direct combat began in 1965 with the withdrawal of U.S. troops concluding in 1973. The advisory and support roles continued into 75.
Okay, yeah.
U.S. first sent advisors in the early 50s, escalating combat.
So-
U.S. commitment escalated in 1965. So I
Okay,
think
so
Alright, there you go.
55 for the
There you
beginning
go.
of the war. U.S. jumped in earnest 10 years later, even though there was probably some CIA stuff going on from 55 to 65.
No.
Oh, there absolutely was.
Yeah.
That's what Mac v. Slog
I
was.
said probably
No.
allegedly. So that's the word to you. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's actually-
I mean, not even allegedly, I guess, because that's just my assumption. So presumably.
No, it's all been confirmed. 100%.
There's an easy answer to the question. If it involves the CIA and it's something evil, the answer is yes, they did it.
Yeah.
He said that, not me. Get him.
Yeah.
Get him, not me. I didn't say that. That's
But no, that actually brings us up to this whole like battle scene that's going on right now. Is
Yeah.
I clocked on immediately. I remember in my chats and everything like that. Because of you have like 5 different people acting very weird.
Yeah, they just
The
fall
moment
over,
the fighting happens,
spin around.
one guy has a seizure. One guy locks up and sits down and he's just shaking. Another guy they're all doing weird stuff. And I immediately jumped in with MK Ultra. And that's
Kind of, yes.
that is what it is technically. Yes, that is part of the program.
Yeah, I wasn't really super thinking about it. I was kind of just like wondering what it is. It's like, oh, it's like some crazy PTSD going right now, but I never seen it portrayed like this, so I wasn't entirely sure. But then I was also just thinking about chemical weapons in general at this point. It's like, oh, did they do a thing? But one thing that's very noticeable in this scene is, and I think it's very smart they did this, because Vietnam War, all the Viet Congs, they were like hidden, so you never really saw them attacking or whatever. So I wasn't thinking about them.
Warfare, man.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking
Probably
about.
the worst environment for war aside from like cold weather environments.
Yeah. So I thought they were just kind of doing this to portray them as like an invisible enemy. At this point, I wasn't really thinking about the whole, LSD trips or whatever they did use in the end.
Yeah, I think BZ particular.
Yeah, because basically you can't see any of the actual enemies, and that's gonna be important later on when we learn about the, I guess, the mystery that we're kind of pursuing here at some point. But yeah, we see our protagonist. Well,
It was PCP all along.
it was
Great
PCP. Yeah, he was Jacob, right? Our guy was Jacob.
Yep.
Yeah, Jacob is Tim Robbins' character.
Yeah. Because we see
Who you
him.
might know from such films as The Shawshank Redemption.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. I need to rewatch that.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Another Frank Darabont movie. It's, who we've covered quite a bit here. Wrote The Blob and directed The Mist.
Yeah, we had good intel on the Blob for yesterday. That was good stuff.
Yeah, I was still back and forth on whether or not the Blob would defeat Kirby, because I get that it slipped my mind that once you get into Kirby, you're like he doesn't have like a biological digestive system that the Blob would be able to consume. But I'm just like, but what if he like touches his lip on the way in? Like, could the Blob like grab on and just absorb Kirby? I don't know. Kirby wasn't.
Kirby got reverse Kirby'd.
Yeah, I saw I got pretty flamed for that in the chat. It's like, no, that's not how Kirby works. I'm just like, yeah, but like, I don't know, if the Blob touches you though, you're kind of fucked.
Well, we see our guy Jacob running through the bushes, and the scene ends with him getting stabbed by someone. Dun, 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 and falling over.
A bayonet. He gets run through with a rifle with a bayonet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And then we see him waking up in a subway train, in a tram, and obviously, if you watch this movie, it's like, oh, he just had a Vietnam flashback, but he was saved, obviously, because he's sitting right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in a very dirty train, which, I don't know, is that normal for America? Probably yes. I don't know.
We made the joke that, oh, it's Detroit. You can tell because it looks like a shitter box inside that train. And then we saw that they go, the Big Apple's like, New York, we're closed. That is pretty standard for, big cities that have subway systems in the U.S. They are dirty little shitholes.
Right. But yeah, he looks at two signs that say, New York may be a crazy town, but you'll never die of boredom. Enjoy. Which is like, And then the other one just says, hell, ... That's what life can be, doing drugs, but it doesn't have to be that way. Help is available, day or night. Call the drug hotline. So, yeah.
Which, again, very fitting for what we learned throughout this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of looking around, getting his bearings. When you fall asleep randomly that you didn't plan, you just go around like, oh fuck, what is this? What am I?
Yeah.
So he decides to ask what station they just passed so he can figure out where he is because he fell asleep on the train. And there's a lady that is super helpful.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah, the
excuse me,
babushka.
Did we pass Bergen Street already? And she just looks at him. He's like, hello, Bergen Street? It just doesn't say anything.
Just random babushka on a train just glares at him. It's like, is silently telling him to fuck off without even saying a word.
Yeah. He does get the hint after the second try or so. It's like, okay, thank you. She just finished watching The Last Jedi. just shell shocked.
I will never forgive what they did to Luke.
No. You know what? Fair enough. I understand why she wouldn't want to talk now.
Yeah.
But also, I would say something I would regret.
There's also some homeless guy just chilling out, sleeping.
Yeah.
And the next station.
Chilling out's one word for it. He's got his pingus out.
Yeah. He's about to leave the station. Like, oh, that's my stop. Good stuff. All right. And then he looks at him and he sees what looks to be like a tentacle coming out of this guy's I don't know, ass.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks
hold on.
very confused at this. It's like, what was that? Was that his dingus? Was that a tentacle? That's weird. But not weird enough. He's like, okay, I just fell asleep. Maybe I'm just still kind of out of it. I get it, you know. Maybe he just he's been working all day, and he's trying to leave the station, but all the doors are locked. I was like, huh, that's weird. And it's funny because those reminded me of just Silent Hill 4, of the little bit I played of Silent Hill 4, just going around the train station, just going around. It's like, oh, this is locked, and just how dirty it is. So I just had flashbacks to just Silent Hill in general, just very Silent Hill-y vibes. Because they also have like these grates, I guess, all these fence materials. There's probably like a better word for it. Let me put it here on stream.
Yeah, it's the chain link fence is blocking the stairway, but it's like horizontal instead of vertical. And it's like, as soon as I saw that, I said in Setch's chat, oh yeah, I can already see the Silent Hill, what
absolutely.
they were influenced by.
Yeah.
And he's a bit annoyed. He's like, I want to go home. This sucks.
Yeah.
And he decides to check the tracks. Like, okay, can I just go along the tracks on the side there and maybe get to the other station and hopefully leave there? And he decides to go.
He picks the weirdest fucking way to do it. He does it in the exact way you would never want to cross. The fact that he actually tries to test each like rail, like which one's the third one that's gonna shock me to death.
Yeah.
And then he stands there and walks down the track instead of going across. This is like, you're just asking for what's coming.
Did you notice that the train car Jacob woke up in is now completely gone? Oh, is it? Really? Hang on. Let me check that. I didn't notice that. Let's see. This one closes. There's the babushka. Oh, yeah, you're right. His trade car is completely gone. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did not catch that.
Nice. But yeah, he's just trying to go there. He's walking along the tracks. There's like water in it. He just steps into it. It's like, gross. That sucks. And obviously, we're doing the thing where another train approaches and he almost gets run over. But weirdly enough, in those trains are like a lot of different silhouettes and, I don't know, people or creatures of sorts, and they just kind of look at him. And it looks very odd. I'm not really sure. Let me try to pause this here. If those are like soldiers or something. Or, let's see. I think those are just random people who just kind of look at it. Let me show chat here.
Yeah, they sort of appear demonic.
Yeah, they're just having their hand at the windows and just kind of looking out, like blankly. I don't know if this is like.
Well, at least the last one's very friendly. I mean, you look at him, he gives him a little nod and a wave. He's just
That's
like.
True. Yeah, the last one is nice.
Hey.
I get to creep this one out by being friendly.
Yeah. Sorry, we missed you.
Yeah. The friendly guy does not
really
have a face
enough.
though. He's got the facelessness going on. Disnoids. Oh no.
Oh no, Disney adults. Shit.
Disgusting. But yeah, he does a little wave. He's like, hello.
Hello. I hope you enjoyed your train ride today.
Please give me a good review on Yelp.
It's like that Petey Woodcock, and it was like, welcome to hell, motherfucker.
This is the train to hell. You might board it later. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, he's now. It's dawn. It's dawn, and he's finally getting home on his disgusting elevator he's on. The buttons are not even really there. It's just
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it's coins that he presses here again. There's like some couple of visuals that are just cool just to show. Like, look at this. This doesn't even look like a thing you're supposed to press.
Yeah.
It's just like coins, I guess. Is this like a Karen thingy or Charon?
Yeah, exactly.
Reference?
That's what I was thinking. Going across the river Styx, you pay the ferryman.
Yeah. You're disgusting.
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pause it when I was watching it, so it's kind of fun to just do this while on stream. I noticed that this is how it looks, but I just now that I stopped it and looked at it, it's like, oh, those are like coins. That's fun.
Yep.
That's really fun.
Gotta pay the ferryman.
Yeah. It's a penny. Yeah, there's he walks through the hallway, there's like shit on the floor, a lot of baby carriages around, which I guess is a bit of a hint with what is happened to him. But he arrives at home with his doggo, good doggo, and his current girlfriend. And just gets in. He's like, oh, did you move all the furniture? He's like, oh, just the chair. She turns on the lights, asks if that helps.
The thing about her is, man, she's like, we get the kids again. We've already said the conceit on stream, but the fact she's a fucking wanker throughout this movie so many times. Like,
yeah, sometimes she's a bit rough towards him with things that are happening.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? You embarrassed me at that party. How dare you? Go fuck yourself. I'm leaving. Something like that. And then she checks his temperature. She's like, oh my god, you're gonna
die. So there's something that I couldn't really wrap my head around. Why in his thing? Because in the real life, I guess he still is like married and has children. Like the whole he's not actually separated from his family. I just didn't really understand why we had the angle here that he was divorced and got a new girlfriend. There's something I couldn't really wrap my head around personally, so maybe you guys can help me out with that.
If I had to guess, it would either be him feeling that he's unworthy of his wife, or just simply that he had an attraction to a coworker, and that's the way it's manifesting in his
state.
Yeah.
Someone chat the Maria of the movie, basically. That's interesting.
Kind of, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, with it not being someone who looks very clearly much different from his wife. But I think that it's sort of... Because the world where he's the post office worker and, like, I guess it's kind of the one with the subway. The subway, he's probably in, like, the more other world area. But I guess because he's in, like, the same kind of clothes. That's sort of him. What would be the word for it? Wrestling with, maybe not. I guess contemplating all of the insecurities, fears, and guilt that he has. So, like, I think he probably was quite attracted to that coworker, and maybe there was part of him that after the death of one of the children, he might have wanted to just like run away and not be in that life again because it would be too tough. We don't know really whether or not he did. I guess that's the thing that's not 100% clear, that if before leaving for Vietnam, he actually did leave his family, like due to the thing that happened with Gabriel, I think is.
Yeah, Gabe.
Yeah.
Which
very angelic name, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Which he actually
that was the whole thing. All of them.
Out, all the children.
Because the new girlfriend's like, I can't ever understand their names. Their names are weird. And he's like,
well, her name is just flat out Jezebel.
Yeah. Again, that's what he calls her out on that. He's like, oh yeah, their names are weird. Eli and Jeb, those are weird, but Jezebel? No.
And then, like, she's like, oh, biblical names are silly. He's like, your name's Jezebel. She's like, I don't like being called that. Call me Jezzy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that it's sort of him, I don't know, I guess kind of resolving all the things that he's unsure about in that world, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas like the heaven world that he's in, which I guess might be the one that's closer to what his real life was like at home, is where he's still with his family, his Gabe is still alive, and everything's kind of right. So when he wakes up from the Jezebel world and ends up in the wife world, he feels like, oh man, like I'm so happy that I was just dreaming all that.
Mm.
And then he straight up calls it a nightmare. He says in that other world it's a nightmare.
Right.
And she says, well, she was good at sex though. I thought you said it was a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was saying that to your wife too, which was like a risky move, man, even if it was a dream. But
well, I mean, it worked until the Archangel kicked down the door and was like, is there coitus going on in here?
Yeah, but like, I mean, I guess I think that idea of waking up in the world where some of the things that you wanted and thought would be better are things that you have, but when you wake up in the world where you've got the things that you really wanted, it helps them kind of realize that it's like, no, like the happiest in my life is when I was like with my family, not
that makes sense.
Being with this sexy lady that I live in a small apartment with, and she doesn't even want me to have pictures of my family around. And
yeah, that was Cree even said in the chat, was like, you don't get to decide that, you bitch.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, she's probably one of the demons / angels, as the conceit in this movie.
Well, and I think the one who's probably most clearly the angel entity, like his chiropractor.
Oh yeah.
He sort of mentions that like the demons and angels, they're not different entities really. Like they're all trying to help you do the same thing. And it's just that they're going about it in different ways. Some of them will seem frightening to you, others will seem, I guess, attractive in the case of Jezebel, and some will seem like me to be the ones who genuinely care about you and just want you to be okay.
Yeah. And that was such a good point. It was the whole like they just, if the stronger you hold on to what was, the more terrifying it'll be when something takes it away from you. Hence why you'll make them a demon. But they're really just trying to help you move on and accept reality, accept what's happened.
Yeah, and move on to where you need to be.
Yep, and then once you do that, they look like angels.
Yeah, it's good stuff. The Doctor's basically his pyramid head, but much friendlier. Yeah, he doesn't have.
doesn't
have a big knife.
Well, I mean, there's one scene where he gets pretty aggressive.
Oh yeah, holy shit, which is hilarious.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Where is he? Where's David? He needs me. God, this is barbaric.
Yeah, we got a short scene where he's back in Vietnam. I guess for the first time waking up from about to die. And is trying to get some help. He sees some lights and he just yells for help just to wake back up in his, I guess, nightmare, if you will. And this is the scene that we already talked about. Here, one of your kids was here, brought the photos of the other kids. Like, oh, those are great. That's such good memories. This rules. I love my kids. I love kids.
Don't say that so loud around here.
You probably shouldn't say that.
You probably shouldn't say that. And also the thing with the weird names that we already talked about. And yeah, he's like the whole attraction angle as well. It's like, oh, how did I ever get involved with someone like you? It's like, oh, you sold your soul, remember? For a good lay. It's like, oh, for the best. What do you get? The best lay. Like, ooh. So yeah. Also boobies. You see boobies.
Part of what made me think that this was potentially, because I didn't know, figuring out the process and the conceit of the movie, was I was trying to figure out what exactly was going on, and stuff like that was what made me think maybe he did like, I'll do anything to survive this and get back home and things like that, and then he was being tormented because of it. But no,
like a literal deal with the devil.
Yeah, I thought that could be an interesting thing. Like, this is his soul being tormented for said deal. But no, it was actually far more interesting than I expected.
Yeah, it's not a straightforward like horror movie. It's really like similar to kind of, I guess, what I was saying, especially about Silent Hill F, is like the deal with it is mostly the psychological exploration and like inner journey as opposed to any actual adventure that's happening in reality. Whereas I think you're right. If it was just, Ares, I gave myself to deal with the devil sort of situation, and then like he's getting attacked by these like demon things just because he is going to hell because he sold his soul. That I think that would have been a lot less interesting. It would have just been a much more straightforward.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think this movie is the better for it. That it it does something a bit different from your standard deal with the devil, demon possession type thing.
Yeah. But also importantly, he finds one picture of his deceased son, Gabriel, between all the other pictures, and we learn at some point it's the last picture he has of him, apparently. And that makes him very sad, and he starts to cry, which upsets Jezebel to a point where she just kind of tries to...
Not like seeing him cry.
I don't like when you have things that make you cry. It's like, I guess that's fair. But then she grabs all the pictures, or most of the pictures, and in the next scene, she just throws it down the fucking trash hatch. It's like, whoa, you bitch.
Yeah, that was my immediate reaction.
Stupid,
like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bitch.
Just because you saw her tits doesn't mean she's good looking.
I mean,
doesn't hurt.
Just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, but there's a lot of titties in this movie. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's normal there's a fire at the bottom of the trash hitch.
Probably not.
Not lit like that, but there are buildings that had like a chute that would go down to an incinerator.
I'm just looking this. But it says
it likely wouldn't be actively running.
Kernerator?
Yep.
Kernerator? I thought incinerator was the word for
it. Oh, me too. That's what it says on the hatch she opens. Kernerator, registered U.S. patent.
Oh, that's a company logo.
Right.
Yeah, they are in buildings like that. It used to be an old thing. In fact, people used to prank the people that would load in the incinerator in the basement. They would do stuff like put a little bit of a firecracker in like a bit of trash, and then when they threw it in, it would pop. Yeah. Fun times giving the person a heart attack.
Better times, really. Then we see him on his job, and he's just delivering packages, parcels, right? That's what that is?
Yeah, he's a post office worker.
Yep.
And he's singing a song here. Is that the same song he sings to his son, or did I imagine that?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I was kind of hoping the subtitles would tell me more, but it's not subtitled here while he's singing, so fuck me, I guess.
I mean, it could be the always helpful singing.
No, not even that. It's just nothing. He's going inside the post office, and Jezebel works here as well, and he brings her some food.
Yeah, that threw me off a little bit, because like, is that the same person? Because it just seemed weird.
Right.
I mean, like, I thought it just assuming that on a first viewing you're thinking this is just the real world, I think it's just telling us that, like, this must have been a girl that he met at work.
Yeah, I thought it was a similar looking girl. It's like, oh.
Oh, I mean, okay. I knew it was the same girl. I thought that this was them telling us how they met.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is fair enough. He's taking the rest of the day off because his back is killing him. And he's like, the boss is gonna be annoyed. He's like, yeah, whatever. And then he goes to his chiropractor, which name eludes me just now.
Larry, I think it is.
He does. He looks like a Larry. I believe you.
I thought it was like Louis.
Maybe. Oh yeah. Maybe it was Louis.
Louis sounds. Yeah, he just said Louis in the subtitles. Okay, there you go.
Aha!
Damn. I have failed.
Which you could be thinking.
Why must you fail us so often?
Is Louis short for Lucifer?
But yeah, apparently his ex-wife also comes to him to get treatment. And it's like, oh, what did she say? It's like, oh, not a lot, but she says, "Fuck you. I hate that that I met you," or something along those lines.
I hate that I ever fell in love with you.
Yeah.
And like, I thought you said she didn't say a lot. No, that's basically all she said.
That's basically everything, yeah. And he's just kind of putting him back into place, doing the chiropractor thingy with putting back in the discs and stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. It's because weird tism moment, but the reason why like he asks him to do like weird things as well, like wiggle your toes and things like that, is they're distracting you because the chiropractor needs you to be relaxed when they do an adjustment. If you tense up and tighten up, you will actually cause a lot more damage. So they'll have you be like, I need you to grit your teeth, stuff like that, because they're trying to get you to focus on a different task. And then they'll quickly do the adjustment and be like, okay, good, you're fine.
Yes. But Louis also says, oh, you know what? I think she still likes you. You the guys should go back together because that's love or something like that. So yeah, already he's like doing the works like, hey, you should go back to your life, the families and stuff. And
It's okay.
He did not like that analysis.
No.
You must change your opinion.
And he kind of it looks like he breaks his neck there at the end, and he has like a short flash back in Vietnam. It's like, whoa, what did you just do to me?
That scene right there, Metal, when he's looking up at Louis.
Yeah.
Is perfect because that is actually the lantern and everything like that. That is what is in the field hospital in Vietnam.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yep. And again, like I said, Louis is one of the two hospital men that's actually trying to save his life.
Absolutely. And he even tells him, "You look like an angel, like an overgrown cherub or overgrown cherub." It's like, do you hear that often? It's like all the time or something. It's like, yeah.
You do all the time. Yeah.
Right.
Every time I see you.
Yeah. Pretty fun stuff right here. How about you guys go ahead? I need to grab something to drink because my mouth is dry.
No.
Oh my
god. Just to tell you what's happening, he's walking along the street and he's getting sung at by some
he's about to be accosted sexually by a bunch of deviants. They want his package and he's not buying.
Oh my god.
But no, they're just singing Hey Mr. Postman.
Yeah.
So, a very, very period appropriate song and everything, and it's just fun. Like, it's all in good fun.
Yeah, and it's also, like, I guess as far as the sort of other world or, like, world between life and death things go, it's a lot of people are taking note of him in pretty much every situation he's in. And this is just an example of, like, there's a whole group of people on the street that then turn to him and start, like, singing a song for him. And it's like, there's a lot that's kind of showing this world is revolving around him probably more than it would for random post worker walking around New York.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then a car gets takes note of him as well, and starts running him down.
But then, what's cool about the car part is that the guy, there's just a random guy that jumps out and tells him, "Hey, look out!"
Mm-hmm.
And again, that is the other doctor that is trying to save his life in Vietnam.
Yeah. Those people in the car, they're trying to run him over and I guess get rid of him. And there's also a weird face that looks out of the window looking at him. Maybe even two faces. They kind of vibrate. I mean, there's one face that looks at him when he jumps into the, I guess like a room that's on the side there. And also one that looks at him through the back window that starts like doing the shaky vibraty head thingy.
Yeah. And I might have a theory about that. I don't know if it's correct at all, but I think one of the reasons why he's seeing those things is only kind of hinted at because of one specific actor who's like kind of famous for being able to do this. That's in this movie. I forget what the character's name is, but one of his Vietnam buddies who can like shake his eyes from side to side very quickly.
Right.
He's also in the film Identity. He's in a bunch of other movies, and like pretty much everything he's ever been in, he does that because it's kind of like the thing he can do.
Mm-hmm.
But it sort of makes me wonder if the latter, like the drug that they're given, maybe makes that happen to all their eyes. So he's like he has these vague memories of seeing like people shake as he's looking at them because it's his eyes moving side to side. But yeah. I don't have a lot to back that up with other than, oh, that's a thing an actor can do, so they integrated it into the movie. But I thought it was kind of a neat connection because there's many scenes where he'll look at a figure and their heads will seem to be shaking from side to side very, very quickly.
Yeah, the one big black dude, he does it later on when he goes to the cursed hospital, I guess he's in. He's like on I don't even know what he's on. He's like kind of perched on something, just like the shaky head thing was like, oh.
Yeah, there's it's like looks like a torture table. He's sitting on top of this thing. He's got like a black bag over his head, and he's just like.
Oh, we'll get to that hospital scene, I'm sure.
That's, the sanatorium scene, like. Ugh.
That's probably the most horror scene in this entire movie.
Yeah, that is the most like that you could 100% be like, that's a Silent Hill moment right there. Like 100%.
Yeah.
You could have taken that immediately and put it in the game, and it would have fit perfectly.
It has
no changes needed to it or anything.
A shot too in that. I mean, I'll mention that when we get there.
Okay.
But there's a camera work thing that happens that is often referenced in other stuff.
Well, after he's getting attacked, and it's kind of like, well, I've been seeing some weird shit recently. I should probably go to my doctor. I think that's a good idea. He goes to the nurse's office, doctor's office. Very busy.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, what's up? I want to show you Dr. Carlson. He's like, what the fuck is Dr. Carlson? What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, no, I've been seeing him for years. Like, it's like, she's like, no, we don't have a Dr. Carlson. He's like, well,
yeah, I've been in exist in this reality.
Yeah, I was like, I've been in the Vietnam outpatient program or whatever it's called. I should have records. Just check it out. Just like, all right, 1 second.
Yeah, it was the veterans thing is what he was talking about.
Yeah. And she just kind of complains as well. It's like, I haven't even had my lunch yet. God. And she kind of looks around, gets one record out. It's like, oh, no, that's not it. Just puts it to the side. It's like, well, sorry, there's no records of you here. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I've been going here for years.
You don't exist either.
Like, just tell me, just let him know I'm coming. I know where his office is. Anyway, it's like 10 minutes. Just don't worry about it. It's like, no, you can't do that. And he just kind of gets really upset. It's like, I've been seeing things like fucking... And he kind of like
this
bashes.
is also part of the thing that lets you know that there's something weirder going on, because even if your doctor suddenly stops, your medical records would still be there. And this gets into all kinds of things because he gets into all kinds of like weird things when he actually does go try to visit the doctor.
Yeah. But the nurse or the secretary here, she tries to pick up a thing he knocked down by smashing against the booth, I guess. And you see, it looks like she has some cut horns. You know, that's what it looks like to me. So a devil in disguise, bizarre. Maybe.
Or again, as demons versus angels.
Another
again, she's taking something from him.
Yeah,
she's taking the comfort of the doctor he knew. And that's why now he's associating her with this, like, demonic thing.
Yeah. But then when he sees that, he just starts running towards where he thinks Dr. Carlson's office is. And the security guy runs after him.
My favorite part about the security guy running after him is all of the, like, other normal people just grabbing the guard and, like, spinning him around and stuff like that as he's trying to run. He's like, what the fuck? Get off of
me! Yeah. Just have a little chase, like, hold him, and he finally makes his way to it seems to be someone that knows what's up with the Dr. Carlson guy. It looks like he barges into like some kind of group therapy session. I was kind of looking at the people here right now. I don't think those are people we ever see again. No, I don't think so. But the guy takes him out. It's like, oh yeah, Dr. Carlson died a couple of months ago. It's like, what? How did this happen? It's like, oh yeah, it was like an accident. It's like, oh, what kinds of accidents? Oh, we don't really know. What they said, his car exploded. When you first hear this, it's like, what? Yeah. What do you mean his car exploded?
Is that a thing that can just happen?
Funny enough, this is not the first time we will talk about an exploding car, because that happens later.
I think it fits thematically, not just in the whole like exploding thing. I think it's what he wants to happen because of what we learn about Gabe, right? I think like he just wished that like fuck that thing in particular, and this is his like mind's revenge on the thing that took away the joy and happiness in his life.
Oh, because car explodes. I was more thinking of the
because the car hit his son and he wanted it. Like, why couldn't you just die? Why couldn't you be the thing, not Gabe? Why'd you take my son from me?
I was more thinking of a connection to just Vietnam and war explosions and stuff like that.
Well, I think it works for both.
Yeah. I mean, it works for both, but that's just where my mind went with the exploding stuff.
I do want to mention, too, very quickly while we're here, this is kind of the moment that really hooked me into the movie, too, because Buddy's saying, oh, yeah, Dr. Carson, he died. It's like, wait, we were just told he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, something is going on here.
And then, again, reinforcing the fact that, the doctor died, so then why was my patient files all gone and everything?
Yeah, they should still be there.
Oh. Like, I hate to break it to you, when a doctor dies or more likely like changes venue or is no longer practicing there, they don't just like yeetus deletus all of your fucking files. Start over from ground zero, bitch.
Well, they also don't erase the memories of the secretary who said there's never been a Dr. Carson here.
Yeah. And because it's funny, he also says like, oh, it was just a few months ago. It's like, so that secretary completely fucked.
Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, a bit of a hook here for the movie for sure. We go back to his apartment where he's kind of talking to Jezebel. It's like, why do you explain all these weird things? I see creatures, people disappear. What's going on with that? And you're just gonna say, oh, you can't explain going to Vietnam for 2 years and just come back normal. So you'll probably just having a weird time. Mind you, she says that all while being completely naked, trying to seduce him again, trying to get his mind of the things. But you would think it's in a good way after a first watch, during a first watch, but later on it's like, wait, interesting.
Yeah.
Because at this point he starts calling the things he sees demons.
Yeah.
But she's just like, they're winos and bag ladies. Winos. I didn't even notice that word before.
Winos is a thing. It was mostly used in like big cities and hood culture. They're people that were like get plastered on wines and everything like that. And
it's drunks, yeah.
The proto-Sentinel guys. Okay.
Basically. And they
zombies.
They particularly, especially the black communities, hated them because they were the most like vulgar and most piece of shit people, right? So wino became a like the term against them. It gets used a lot in like P.D. Woodcock. That movie is fucking great.
Basically, like a homeless person or person who hangs out on the street all the time, being like super drunk to the point that you can't really communicate with them.
That makes sense. Because next thing she says, they're just low life. All they are. The streets are crawling with them. Don't make them out to be something they're not really not. It's just they're just poor, disgusting people, and they look like demons, but they're not really are.
Not really. I should know.
I wouldn't know anything about demons.
Hang on.
It was just funny because, like, the first time she said it, like, yes, there are creatures out there. And then I was like, okay, how are you going to explain this away? And then she's just like, winos and bag ladies. And it's like, oh.
You just live in New York.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. That's okay.
Yeah. And then he just kind of thinks about it, and the Jezebel asks him, "Do you still love me?" And he's like, "Huh? Oh, yeah." But he's deep in thought. And they decide to go to a party tonight, that night. And they seem to have a good time overall. She's dancing. He's getting hit on by some other lady that just says, "I'm very lonely." And he's like, "Yeah, please let me go."
Yeah, I can tell you're a wino. Go away.
Yeah, fuck off, wino.
He's also kind of smiling as that's happening too. Like, it's almost like he's kind of happy that he's irresistible to this girl at the party.
Yeah,
he didn't have any interest in her.
He also opens a fridge that has a skull in it, or like
it's like a dog skull or something.
Yeah,
or like
it's definitely a canine thing.
Yeah, and he was like, that's weird. Anyway, beer.
I just love how he didn't question it in the slightest. He just looks at it, kind of just like, huh, and then just goes about his business. Like, I would have several more questions, honestly.
Yeah. Wait, I see someone there in the background in the window. I don't know if that's just random, a guy, or if he's actually, like, looking at him. Hang on. I just noticed that while getting to the scene here. I'm just wondering if they put, like, some, I don't know, the other doctor guy somewhere in the background, because he tells him later he's been tracking him for a long time. So now I'm wondering if he's just in the background here sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's just... No, it's just some guy that looks in. He doesn't look like him at all. Oh, well. But he's just kind of looking around. He opens up he lifts a curtain or something that's over a bird cage, and I think there's a raven in it, or a crow. So that's not a good sign. Not a normal pet thing. Not a normal pet bird to have.
Bird. Yeah, one doesn't generally cage a raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even a crow. Like, ravens are insanely fucking intelligent. They would not tolerate such tomfoolery.
Yeah.
They wait for the one time you open it, then they just go straight for the eyes.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yep, exactly.
Well, he's about to go upstairs, and there's a lady sitting there. It's like, "Let me look at your hands." It's like, "Fuck off, you weird, crazy person. What do you want?" And
oh, you should do it, though. She's real good.
She's real good. It's like, "Oh, okay, I guess then fine." And it's like, "Are you left or right-handed?" And he says, "Right." It's like, ooh, there's another hesitation on the left-right thing.
Yeah.
And she does like the whole reading his hand thingy. It's like, married man. That's a shame. Oh, temptation. It's like, oh, but divorced.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the subtitles because I want to get the wording right. It's like, divorced, I like that. You see this here, that split? Where? Right there. It's like, that's a paper cut. It's like, ooh, sense of humor too. It's like, it's kind of entertaining it. It's like, ooh. It's a bit flirty, it is. And then Jezebel comes out, "Hey, Jay, come. Do one dance with me, all right?" He's like, "Are you guys flirting?" But he's kind of fun about it. It's just whatever. It's like, "Oh, this is your hard line. And your headline." And it's like, he's like, "Okay, I don't know what that means. Maybe you'll tell me soon."
Gives away the game.
Yeah, it's like, "And your lifeline." It points out that he has a very strange line there too, and they're like kind of laughing, and she's like, "It's not funny. According to this, you're already dead." It's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Sure, lady.
Like, "You're out of here, baby." It's like, "Oh no, what can you do?" And she just give me your blue eyes before you go, okay? He's like, okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah, pretty bizarre. But again, like again, another person at this party that just finds him irresistible.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So yeah, this lady demon angel person is straight up telling him, yeah, you're dead, by the way. And he's like, no, I'm not.
I hate to break it to you, but you didn't make.
I also like how it's presented in such a way, though, that it's so easily dismissible. Oh, a fortune teller? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Random lady at a party who might be drunk or on drugs just read his palm. And
Yeah, known by the community apparently as well. Because like, oh, you should do it. She's really good at it. It's like, I'll entertain it. Whatever. We're just here having a good time. Might as well do some shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as she says, "Oh, well, this means you're dead," it's like, all right, I'm gonna get another beer from the canine skull fridge.
Excuse me, I need to go get some more lupine lager.
No.
That'd be right back.
Your headline is what gets you in the news, usually bad. God. But yeah, he goes around and Jezebel wants him to do some dancing. He just kind of does like a little awkward dance. I was like,
yeah.
But it's always like, I'm not really into it. It's just, I'm not super into it. She's like,
it's
whatever.
A bit cringe. I don't think I'm up for this cringery right now.
This cringery. There's some people making out on like a couch as well. It's like,
not even just making out, because like one lady's like almost completely undressed.
Yeah, they're just
like they might as well be going fucking at it at that point.
That's true.
Well, yeah, and this is the moment where the party starts kind of sort of turning into an orgy of sorts. Like,
it gets very surreal. He's like looking around, and it looks very much like a panic attack of sorts.
Yeah.
Actually, here in the background, we do see a guy just creepily looking at him. I don't think it's the doctor guy. I think it's one of the demons,
one of the soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this face one of the soldiers, like one of his buddies that he sees?
Yeah. Also, we have the big muscular black guy again who does like the head thing again. Actually, both of them do it. Both soldier guys do the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all kinds of crazy shit happening. Like one lady is like doing like a crazy face at him. He's like, this is weird. And then there's like all kinds of flickering lights going on. And at some point it looks like some fucking tentacles are currently going at it with fucking Jezebel. And it's like, what is fucking happening right now? What is this?
The demons are procreating. That's what is happening right now. You're watching the beauty of life.
No, I don't know. Yeah, you see some demon thing in the background as well, and it's like that's not normal. And at some point, you just kind of fucking lose it. He yells and falls over on the ground.
Sorry, I've been calming down, Jojo. But
That's
yeah, I mean,
right.
Jezebel's dancing kind of goes from dancing with another guy to dancing with another guy kind of sexy to it flat out looking like she's having sex with him on the dance floor.
With a
Yeah,
demon.
she's like literally slamming herself backwards on him over and over again. Yeah.
And then there's like a tail that sort of comes from behind her, like that you can see between her legs, and it's like, oh, is she having sex with one of the demon men right in front of me here? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
And yeah, we just kind of see it fade to black with like short flashes going on, ending up being back in the scene with Vietnam soldiers where they say, oh, look, his guts are all out over the place. We need to push him back in. And then we're back at home where Jezebel's like, wow, you're so embarrassing, yelling at me, like yelling at people like that. So embarrassing. While he's in the bed having the fucking thermometer in his mouth. It's like, It's like, if you go crazy, Jake, you have to go crazy by yourself. I said I'm done with dating crazy. And she looks at the things like, oh shit, I'm calling a doctor.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh great. And obviously this is like pretty obviously him in real life trying to stay alive. But in here, in his head, he's just like having a big fucking fever fever, and the doctor on the phone says, "Yeah, put him in ice because he will just die on the way to the hospital."
Yeah,
because he has
like
100.
right now,
He's
his
104 degrees or something.
106.
Marc, is that some kind of thing? When you have like
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, therapeutic hypothermia maybe for certain things, but not a fever. That would be more for if like you're having the kind of cardiac condition where they need to just slow your heart down, but it's not something that is done like you shouldn't be doing it at home. Let's just say that.
Right. Swollen chat. Hello, I don't like scary stuff, but I want to say hi. Ninja Gaiden 4 tomorrow. Let's go. Have a good stream. Thank you. Tomorrow? I thought it was 21st.
Well,
for me, I think.
well, at least on Steam it says 20th, but I don't know if that means like in the evening or something like that.
Oh, okay.
The official release date I think is the 21st, and they didn't do a early access edition or anything like that. Which good on you, Koei Tecmo. Good on you.
Nice. Well, I'll be playing it. That's for sure, because we're doing a Fortunate. In any case, she's getting told to put him in an ice bath, and she rallies the whole story she's living in. It's like, yo, hey, everybody, we need all your ice, and just fucking dump it into the bathtub, and they put them in there. Everyone's looking on him from above. Also, this one guy in the background, he looks so fucking familiar, and I don't know why. I don't know if he's like in things I've seen before. Let me see if I can see him again. It's a bit more muscular guy. Like his face looks super familiar, but I couldn't. Here, look at this guy. If you look at on stream, the guy in the background here, he looks super familiar, but I can't. Maybe it's just he looks similar to someone, or if he's actually a guy that has been in other movies that I've seen.
He does look very familiar, actually.
Right?
It's the hairstyle, too. Like, I think that particular hairstyle he keeps a lot.
I don't know, maybe if in chat somebody knows, but he looks so fucking familiar for some reason, but I can't remember. Anyway. Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I guess kind of looks like Patrick Wilson, like from Watchmen and Conjuring movies. Different hair, but I don't know, face structure wise.
Well, they all put him in the bathtub because he's kind of just falling over, and everybody's helping. Isn't that a nice little building they're in? Everybody's just having a good time. Actually, I just saw him close up, and now he didn't look familiar at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Never mind, I guess. But yeah, they just kind of dunk him in there until he just passes out a little bit. It's like, don't die on me, Jack. And I mean, if this is probably like in reality, it's like all the soldiers just putting the fucking guts back into his stomach and stitching him up somehow.
Yeah. And again, he's probably having a fucking reaction to God knows what infection he's got.
Right.
Well,
right.
I mean, if you've got a injury that is involving your bowels, it's highly probable that you're just going into an insane amount of septic shock.
Yeah.
Especially if you got a perforated
true.
bowel, like if you have fecal matter in your outside of your bowels, really anywhere in your internal body, it's not good. It's not a good thing.
Yeah. Well, he passes out, but this time we don't go to Vietnam. We actually go to, I guess, the other reality in his mind, which is back with his wife and the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably our first trip to the heaven dimension.
Yeah. By far the more like pleasant dimension of his spiraling mind, for sure.
Yeah, this is where she tells her, the dream I was having. I was with Jezebel from the post office. It's like, remember her? You met her at the Christmas party that time. It's like, oh. It's like, I was living with her. It's like, really, it was a nightmare, he says. It's like, interesting. But she's like, whatever, just go back to sleep. Well, he just kind of keeps going. It's like, there were all these demons. I was on fire. Yeah, it was Oh yeah, he says I was burning from ice. It's like, okay then.
I mean, that is kind of similar to how fevers function too, because often when you have a fever, even though your body, like if someone touches you, you feel very hot, and your temperature, like if someone puts a thermometer in, it'll read hot. You can end up feeling very, very cold.
Oh yeah.
I actually had that when I got a shot at some point, and then I had like a pretty strong reaction to it, I guess. Oh, it was fucking COVID shot. What else would have been?
Yeah.
And then it was like it was the first one. I had like a pretty strong reaction to it. That was the first time I actually had like
second.
It was actually the first time I was having the shivers while it was actually super warm that day. Like I was in my bed with 3 blankets, but it's like 30 degrees outside. It's like that's not normal.
I made the mistake of getting the second shot the day before my birthday, and it ruined my birthday that year because I was just a wreck the second day.
But yeah, also I'm pretty sure I read about some Loki spoilers that day, and I was very confused too. I was like, that's probably just a fever dream. That actually didn't happen. And then I watched the show. I was like, oh no, that did happen. That was real actually.
Damn it! Reality disappointing me again.
But yeah, this scene is actually
the writing in Loki was not in fact a fever dream.
But yeah, it's actually just a nice and wholesome scene because she's just like, see what happens when you cheat on me, even in your mind. It's like, well, she was really good at bed, though. It's like, you bastard. And they just kind of scuffle it up a little bit. But then, Gabe, you piece of shit, coming in, destroying
the fucking
the mood.
Archangel kicks down the door. There shall be no coitus in this house.
What was that noise? Like,
tuck me in, father.
Screw you, Gabe. I hope you die. Oh, wait.
I hope you get hit by a car. Oh, wait.
Oh, too soon.
Ah, dang it. It's like, ooh, it's cold. It's like, well, tell your mother. The door was open the whole night. And then it's like the whole thing, you're gonna tuck me in? It's like, fine.
Yeah, I need some of you to tuck me in. And then the mom looks at him. He's like, you mean your mom, right? He goes, no.
No. It's like,
damn.
Damn you, Gabriel! I'll say she looks like a much more conventional wife, I guess, from that time. Yes. I think that's important to point out because Jezebel is much more of the seductive southern lady, I guess, or does that make sense?
She's like a Latina.
Latina, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. So
New York, maybe like Dominican or something.
Yeah, so there's a big distinction there for sure. Very obviously chosen for like the whole temptation thingy. And it was just a wholesome scene with him tucking Gabe in. Then the other kid is like, you forgot my allowance. Like, damn it, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. We talk about it tomorrow after breakfast or something. It's like, okay, love you, Dad. Don't forget, though. I was like...
Well, I think another kind of neat part about this scene is even though it's the wife who he was about to, be intimate with, it's still the idea of like maybe letting go of temptation and doing things like tucking your son in is what is actually going to be the things that you cherish in the afterlife more so than like physical stuff because he got to tuck in his boy and it seemed like, oh God, I gotta go do this. I wanted to do this thing that I'm tempted to do, but then it's like, oh no, this is the rewarding stuff right here.
Yeah. And he does genuinely like it's not one of those things where there's no bitterness or anything. He looks, for the first time in the movie, he looks like contented and happy and
like first scene in the movie
is what he should be doing.
Also, someone Dean Wally in chat coming in clutch with the dude in the hell looked familiar is Evan O'Mara, a TV episode here and there and tiny parts in a few movies, and that's all I can find. Even O'Mara, IMDb, known for SLC Punk, no idea. Charmed, I've heard of that. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, 1999, and this. Okay.
Yeah,
Matthew
Sabrina
Lillard
the Teenage Witch, that's where I would have seen him from. Holy shit.
Well, I haven't seen any of those, so I guess he just looked kind of familiar in that angle. Because again, when I saw his clothes, I was like, I have no idea who this is. So
someone in chat earlier said he looked like a cross of Eric Bana and someone else. So that might have been it. He just looked similar to someone else.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but no, the reason he looked similar to me because we watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch all the time. That was kind of like the thing that was on in the household whenever we were doing other stuff.
Right. Anyway,
yeah, it would be on in my house too, just because it was on like right after school. And
yeah, exactly. That's why it was the perfect thing. It was the same reason why Jag was on, because it was on right before school.
Jacob was about to leave the room, but Garrett's like, "Don't go." It's like, "Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Close your eyes." And then he's about to close the door. It's like, "No, don't shut the door. Just open it. Just a little more. Just a little more."
Yeah, that part's cute.
Yeah, I was like, there. Like, good. All right. Good night. And then he goes back to sleep to his wife. And then we go back to Nam, where he's getting stretchered. Yeah. Well, it's a short scene where you see some trees where he looks up, which is probably him getting stretchered to wherever he's going, probably to the medic tent or something.
Yeah, the medevacs getting him.
Yeah.
That would be me. That's the thing I do.
No, there you go.
At least when I was on a field unit.
But when we see him actually wake up, he's still in the bathtub, and I was like, you made it. You're still alive. And the doctor has arrived. It's like, oh man, you must have some connections upstairs or something, like some help from upstairs. But you also see him crying a little bit because he is probably a bit confused right now with his brain juices, but also is not back with his family, where he was, as you said already, looking very content and happy. And he closes back his eyes, and we see the chopper, the helicopter, picking him up to go to the medevacs, or just the med tent, or whatever. So, yeah.
The field hospital.
Field hospital. See, that's the smart way to say it. And he just wakes up at home. He's like, "Oh, you're awake." And she just basically tells him, "Oh, you're right here. You're not dead," because he asked, like, "Am I dead?" He's like, "No, you're right here. You're fine." Tell him he was screaming and kicking, but he did make it out fine. And he managed to go through like 50 pounds of ice in a couple of hours or something, or like an hour or two.
That is a lot of ice.
That is a lot of ice.
Oh, yeah.
She says that the doctors say that he has a virus, and points out that they always say that when they don't know what it actually is. So you just lie here and rest and don't do anything. And he just kind of goes back to sleep. And it seems at this point we're having like a 2-week jump, because he's just kind of hanging out, starting to read different, I don't know, biblical texts or demonology
Dante's Inferno. He's looking at Dante's Inferno.
Oh, what was it? Was that? Okay, that makes sense from the pictures.
Yeah, because he eventually looks at the layer of treachery where the one guy's getting his brains eaten.
Right. But he tells him, "Oh, you can't just sit around here. You have to go out and do something. Get your mind off of things."
This is another one of those moments where total bitch mode kicks in with her. Spicy Latino.
Yeah.
Latina, she fucking flips out.
Well, she also has like a demon face when she yells at him the second time. And he kind of pushes her back. It's like, "Who are you? What the fuck?" It's like 2 weeks of shit, I've had enough. And she just goes to work and is annoyed at him and angry. Yep. So yeah, not a great time right now. And he gets a phone call from Paul Gruniger. He's like, "Oh, wait, you? It's been like 6 years or something. What's going on?" It's like, "Oh, not much. Can we talk?" It's like, "Oh, just I've been kind of down being sick, so don't really want to do something right now." It's like, no, I need to talk to you like right now. It's important. It's like, okay. Yeah, meet me at the pub or whatever. And so they meet up, and it's one of the soldiers we saw in the flashback in the Vietnam scene in the beginning. And he basically tells him he's been seeing the same thing that he's been seeing. He's like, holy shit, I know what you're talking about. Like, I've been seeing them too. It's insane. And at this point, it's like, oh, so yeah, this seems to be like a whole PTSD thing right now still. Obviously, if you don't know what the ending is, that's where my mind went. And they're also like, yeah, something, the military must have done something to us. Like, we both have this. Obviously, let's go talk to the other guys. Which they
the immediate assumption as far as the format goes is that the world with Jezebel, where he's a post office worker and seeing demons and stuff, is the real world present. Right. The Vietnam stuff is a flashback, and the heaven dimension is a dream. But
yeah, because it's not like a crazy thing that someone comes up back from war and they, I don't know, they kind of separate from their family and do their own thing. Like that's like definitely not unheard of. So it's easy to assume
because
that's
what's going on. The family can't relate and everything. They can't relate to what you've been through, and then it gets a lot more like awkward moments because they want to be there for you, but they don't know how to help, and you just feel like their helping is interfering with you, and you start pushing them away more and more.
On top of that, them losing the son before he was dispatched as well. That's also
when they said like, also I lost my son, and then like before I went to Vietnam, I immediately put in my chat like, before? Holy fuck!
Yeah,
dude.
It's rough.
Yeah, you were in for a bad time.
Yeah.
But yeah, the post-traumatic stress can really do a number on things. Even just him having difficulty figuring out who he is, like when people get home. So it can make things tough for families to I guess adjust to having someone with PTSD involved.
Mm.
And there are weird triggers for it. Mine was lights. When people turn on lights inside the house is what would mess me up, especially if I was sleeping. If somebody flipped the light on, it like immediately snapped me awake, and I jumped out of bed and everything. Because that's your cue to up right now, get up right now.
Yeah.
Like shit's going down, get up right this fucking second.
Yeah, Arby do be like that sometimes.
In the background, we also see the other doctor from Vietnam who's still tracking our boy Jacob, but it's not really doing anything. But yeah, they conclude their conversation, and they go outside. He's about to go into his car, but Jacob's like, "Ooh, found a penny, my lucky day," and Paul gets inside. Flips the switch of the car, the key, and it goes bada bing, bada boom.
You'd think these guys would be in fucking Northern Ireland with how many fucking car bombs are in this.
Too soon.
Something I really like too is that when he went to pick up, I think it was a quarter actually, because it wasn't brown.
Yeah, it's a silver one.
It like flies towards the car, so he's like specifically looking at it when it goes off.
Yeah.
It's like a gravity bomb.
Yeah, so that thing goes bada bing, bada boom. And then the other doctor actually helps him up and then at some point runs away. But before that, we go back to Nam, where the medevac chopper is getting shot to shit. Like, the pilot's getting shot, and that's what he sees. So even his evac is not going great. So that must be shit. That must be so shit. Like, you're finally in evac. You guess you're doing better-ish. You've been patched up a little bit, and then you just become conscious again. You just see the pilot or the co-pilot getting shot. People trying to defend themselves, and the shop is like, "Oh God, why?"
Yep.
Yeah, that would be pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
They actually and they showcase that in another great movie, We Were Soldiers. They have a bunch of those. Like the helicopter, because it goes back and forth between the helicopter's perspectives and the people on the ground and everything a lot in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the whole thing of like they call into the helicopters and the pilot named Snake Shit, and he's the one that answers it, and they're like, the LZ is hot. We'd like to let you know the LZ is hot. And you look back to him, and he's literally their bullets like ricocheting inside the cabin. Everybody's firing their rifles out of it, and he's just like, no fucking shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the once you're in a helicopter, you're not necessarily safe. Like,
no,
it's you might be thinking,
they are armored, but
not a lot.
That's a lot of bullets heading your way. They're gonna find little ways to get through.
It's not like Battlefield helicopters, that's for sure.
It's the old Murphy's Law thing of like hot brass. Like it doesn't matter how buttoned up you are, the bullet casing will find a way to get in your clothes somehow.
Right. So yeah, they go to the funeral of Paul, and all his other soldier friendos are here as well. And during the after funeral feast, they have a little talk. It's like, wait, what's happening? They said there was like an electrical thingy, and which they always say, well, that's bullshit. Like that seems like a big old cover up right there. Like you don't get an explosion from a short. And they just wonder, it's like, why the fuck would they do anything to him? He was basically a nobody in this world. And then they ask Jacob what if he said anything. It's like, well, he was upset and thought people were following him. He was talking about demons and stuff. And then you see the bulky black guy again. He just kind of looks up. It's like, And then Jacob continues saying, well, he thought he was going to hell and there's nothing he can do about it. And I think a couple of the guys actually started to freak out a little bit because, that sounds very familiar right now.
The black guy, too, it's Ving Rhames from like Pulp Fiction and Mission Impossible.
Right. But there's one of the soldier guys who seems to be just fine. Like, it's, I guess, one of the guys who adjusted fine to after war happenings. Because he's still like doing the the jock talk, I guess, like, oh look, he dropped it like a spaz. He's like, Jesus.
Well, yeah, and I mean that is probably one of the biggest things that's evolved in the last, I guess, 40 years, 50 years when it comes to post-traumatic stress, which I believe at this time probably would have still been called shell shock syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the big reasons why so many soldiers would end up shooting themselves is because they felt like they couldn't talk about it at all, because if they did, they'd get reactions like, oh, come on, like, whatever, you're fine, you got home alive, didn't you? Stop being a pussy. Like, and then if you can't express the things that are really rattling you, and maybe not seeing literal demons, but like seeing your own personal demons kind of all around you, it's tough to deal with it if you feel like you can't turn to anyone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things where a lot of progress has been made. It's kind of similar with concussions. That's something I've been. That's something I just followed by proxy by watching wrestling a lot.
Wrestling, yeah.
Because back in the day,
that'll happen.
I've watched back then. I mean, it's probably the same when you watch like football and stuff. I assume they have like similar problems with concussions depending on how hard they get tackled. Yep, but they basically was like
football,
when they
wrestling, boxing in particular.
Yeah, when they just got hit in the head, they're just like, oh, I got a stinger. I just got to toughen it out and stuff like that. And then things like Chris Benoit happened, and then things have become more serious or was taken more seriously because he got a shit ton of concussions and then ended up killing his family and himself. So that's like your worst case scenario too. But it can still deal with things like people just not being able to function properly or killing themselves because they can't regulate their serotonin levels and end up just having crazy crashes of depression. Yes.
And I mean, that can happen with post-traumatic stress as well. But CTE, it's more, what would be the word for it? Chemical, I guess? Less so. Psychosomatic's probably not the right term for post-traumatic stress, but it's less likely to be cured by anything other than medical intervention, as opposed to just therapy. Is like you can, different forms of therapy have different levels of effectiveness for different people's post-traumatic stress, but CTE is like a whole different bag of worms, because it's like, well, no, man, the wiring's fucked up, like physically. So it's,
I think
it's a bit tougher to treat.
I think they released like pictures of his brain after the fact, and he basically like his brain looked like he was already like 85 years old or something. So he was cooked, like crazy cooked, and he was still an active competitor when this was happening. So he must taken some damage over the years like crazy. And yeah, that was a crazy tragedy to read about when it happened. That was pretty
which is
rough.
why, especially if you're an athlete in any kind of combat sport or contact sport, like don't be shy about going to the doctor and getting yourself checked out for things, because early intervention can keep your career going and your ability to play going for a lot longer. Whereas if things get bad, they can, in the case of Chris Benoit at least, get very, very bad.
Yeah. But we made lots of progress in that, and it's taken seriously now, so that is very good. Even though we still have some old school wrestlers not believing in concussions, which is crazy. One of those guys is The Undertaker, by the way. He said that on his podcast at some point. It was like, geez, dude, really? Come on.
Damn. There's even like on the PTSD side, there's plenty of soldiers still that like don't believe in going to like the military mental health services at all. They just want to kind of tough things out. And generally, like I don't often do any like mental health counseling directly, but sometimes I'll have a patient that'll bring some things up, and I'll say like, are you being seen by mental health services here? Like, do you want to talk to someone? It's like, no, like I saw someone a while, but like I didn't get along with the guy at all, and it was kind of making me worse. And you often have to remind him, it's like, you are allowed to say, I'd like to see someone else. Like this guy's not really helping me. I feel like I'm getting worse. Can I see someone else? Don't go to nothing.
Yeah.
It's when you say, nope, I tried once, didn't get along with the therapist, and I'm going to be just dealing with it on my own. That has the chance to not go well.
Yeah.
You can go through 5 different people, and like eventually, if no one at the clinic, if it's on a base, at least in Canadian military, if you can't find someone who works with you in house, you can just request to be outsourced. And if they say, okay, he's seen 5 people and doesn't get along with any of them, so let's see if we can get a civilian clinic to take care of them from there. But there is help out there if you need it. That's all I'm saying. If there's any soldiers looking for mental health treatment and don't think it works for them, just don't give up, please.
Yeah, exactly. Stone Cold thinks he's fake too. Maybe it was Stone Cold I was thinking of where I heard it from. Maybe it's both of them. They're both pretty old school, but apparently not in all the good ways, I'm afraid.
Oh, Jesus, just read Slumpy's comment there. Yeah, that's really not good. They
to
said,
quit faking suicidal thoughts. That's not.
Holy shit.
That's
like,
that's
yeah,
rough.
I think if you end up seeing a psychologist, psychiatrist, or even social worker that thinks you're faking it or trying to get attention, you should probably just request another person. Be honest with whoever you're talking about, but honestly, like there might be legal liability there, because they're supposed to treat things like that ultra seriously. Suicide, the HASI, or sorry, yeah, SIHI, suicidal ideation or homicidal ideation, wanting to kill yourself or someone else.
Fun topic for sure. Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's relevant to the movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's just not fun, but
definitely
gotta talk about it. Gotta talk about it. It's important. Came to hear streamer BS and got great discussion about to be a little busted up, get help. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Let's see. Thank you. Third from the left. Wait, who's that on stream? That's you, Marc. Braid froze. I can't remember your name.
Hello? Huh?
No, I was reading someone from chat.
Oh, sorry. Which one actually?
No, it just came here to hear streamer BS and got great discussion about okay to be a little busted up, get help, thank you. And then third from the left, brain froze, can't remember your name, sorry. So I checked on OBS, it's like, oh, that's you, Marc.
Why am I not seeing that? Is it doing one of those things that it's not? Oh, wait, no, there we go, Dean. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, no problem. Also, Cataran, I guess just a tip for at least Canadian military. Ideation is fine. That shouldn't hurt your career at all. The only time you're sort of cooked when it comes to those things is if you've got an actual attempt. Because an attempt is like, okay, this we might not be able to keep this person in the military if we found them trying to hang themselves or something to that effect. But
we had guys in our unit. We called them the X-Men, and it was not a term of endearment, mind you. But what they would do is they would make them wear those high visibility straps in an X pattern to let every single person know around them that, this is one of the people that tried.
Oh,
whether it was obvious, like, they were doing it across the vein sort of thing, or it was the more serious, like literally finding them hanging in the fucking latrines from their belt. It's like,
Jesus. No,
that was the worst one. I actually ran into that one. That was the worst one for me.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
was one of them did that. My other buddy, he didn't do that, but he got so angry he punched a fucking concrete wall full force and shattered every single bone in his hands and wrist and everything.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah, it was
Take care of yourself, everybody.
Yeah. I was actually in mental care ward when my captain and top walked in and demanded I leave with them for gunnery because you're malingering. I was in for self-ending concerns, all right? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're all still here, Chad. Holy shit.
Yeah, so some chain of commands can be weird like that. Like it's always actually sort of strange for me too, because like I'm a pretty low rank non-commissioned member, like I'm a corporal, so I don't really have a lot of authority. But I can like tell off a super high rank person if they're trying to compromise the health of one of their subordinates. Like if they're saying like, no, this person can't come to this appointment. They need to be on the range today or whatever. I'll be like, no. You are not allowed to tell them that they can't take care of their health, like be it mental or physical health. Like it's kind of, the medical system is kind of similar to MPs, where if you're a full colonel and you're speeding on a base, and a private, like a low rank MP, can pull you over and give you a ticket, and you can't order them to not give you the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's kind of the same with medical. It's like you cannot order a person to not see a doctor if they feel they need to see a doctor for something. And if they have an appointment, that is their military timing. There is no other appointment that supersedes it. They can cancel it, but you cannot tell them to cancel it, and you cannot call us and cancel it on their behalf.
And you can't threaten them with like Article 15s or things like that. You can't do any, like, if there's any sort of like shenaniganry going on where they feel like you've intimidated them out of their help that they were trying to get, that's not okay.
Yeah, could be a charge for the person that did that, that tried to get the person, intimidate the person into canceling a medical appointment.
There's a lot of stuff for that around the faith as well, priests and everything.
Yeah, padres.
Yep, you are allowed to go see a priest or a preacher or whatever. Like they cannot stop you.
Yeah, well, because I mean they're kind of adjacent to mental health services too. Because some people might not want to go see a psychologist, but they might want to talk to a priest, and that may serve the same benefit if they're dealing with something.
Yeah. Tangentially related. Very brief.
Sure.
They would let you go and visit like different faiths while we were in training and everything. I thought it'd just be cool just to go see what they all believe in everything. And one of the faiths that we had on an MCRD San Diego, there was an actual natives tribe faith. And we actually went out. They had a campfire and everything set up. We got bleachers and stuff out and all sat around. And they actually did pass around peyote, shockingly.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it's because it's part of their religious practices and everything.
Jesus.
So, yeah, it was a wild experience. It was very interesting because one of my buddies that was in, he was I want to say he was part Choctaw. But yeah, no, he was. We went with him to the service, so it was very, very, very enlightening experience.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting, yeah. Well, in conclusion, don't let yourself get bullied and not getting help, because that's retarded.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of the big point. Because I guess to get us back on track, because there's one of the characters of the Vietnam unit that he was in this scene is sort of basically kind of making fun of one of the guys for expressing his, I guess what we can presume is mental health concerns at this point in the movie. That's how we got on that tangent.
Exactly, yeah.
Joining us.
Absolutely. Well, back to the movie. All the people from that military group or that corps they were in, it's all the people we've seen in the first scene. That's all of them. Mm-hmm. And they're basically talking about, hey, you remember Dr. Carlson? It's like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, his car exploded too, just like Paul. And they're like, that seems very suspicious.
Two can still be a coincidence, but if there's a third one, that's a pattern, baby.
Yeah. And they basically conclude that, well, the military must have done something to us, and now they're trying to cover up by killing everyone who's trying to figure out what's going on. And we have the one guy who's not like having like PTSD or something, just kind of telling them, you're just fucking crazy. What the fuck you even want to do? It's stupid.
Which I think that one guy might be our perpetrator later, when we find out the thing, when the curtain is pulled back.
Okay. Yeah, it could be. Because he tells him.
I need to double check that, but yeah.
Yeah, because he says, you're all fucking paranoid. It was bad grass. That's all it was, man.
AKA marijuana, pot, whatever, the stuff they were smoking.
Yeah, and then we go to the big lawyer's office, the law firm. And they're all in here. It's kind of funny how they're all sitting in this little office cubicle and just kind of squish us past them. Just kind of like, okay, what's going on? What do you want me to do? It's like, well, the army did something to us, and we've got to figure out this, and we think you can help us. It's like, this is not like a walk in the park. Like, you want to go against the government. That's red. Yeah, I just saw it here. That's red tape coming out of your ass. Like, that's that's just going to be a bad time.
Yep.
Going against the government. But also, when people like you win these cases, there's some large sums of money you're going to get, which in turn means he's probably get a big cut of that as well, because he's going to represent them. He's like, okay, fine, I'll look into that. And if we do... that's just what I said. Sorry, I just saw it on stream. I thought it was something else, but no, he basically says what I said. It's like, yeah, it's going to be big class action lawsuit that's going to make you all a bunch of money and you'll be set for life. He also offers them some crisps, so that's nice. And then they tell him everything they know, and they're like, yeah, this is great. There's hope on the horizon. But we also see a car with a U.S. government plate on it, seeing what they've been doing. It's like,
in the perfect spot to the camera to focus on it.
Not suspicious at all.
No.
Yep. Especially not suspicious when they angrily throw their coffee out the window after you have departed.
Yeah, back at home, Jezebel tells him he made him some food, some salad, and apple juice she bought, and he's like, not red cheek, it's red cheek. Oh, thank you. I guess that was just a funny little meme they put in here.
That demon made her cheeks red.
He also tells him that... What's that noise outside? Sorry, that just distracted me. It sounded like weird. They're coming for me. Help.
Come back to the light metal. Or let go. I don't know.
But the lights are...
let go. That, as the angels say, let go.
But don't end the stream because we're still alive.
Sounds like firework. Is there something going on here today?
Yeah, it's your country.
I own it? That's crazy.
There's no firework day in Canada right now. Ours are in June and July. Or sorry, May and July.
Maybe someone's getting shot up. I don't know. Which would be weird. I don't know.
Are there guns in Germany? Can you guys have guns?
No. Only if you're like in
hunting, yeah.
Hunting or one of those. I don't know, where you just shoot guns at targets or something. It's like very low
can you
caliber.
own your own in a range? But like, can you own your own and bring them to a range, or do they have them at the range and you can like rent and shoot?
I'm actually not sure. I don't know. I really don't.
Because yeah, I mean, like in all circumstances, it's only really legal to use a gun like on a range or while hunting. I guess in the U.S. though, you can do it for self-defense, but we can't here technically.
You can own.
I mean,
now you can't in Canada. They made sure.
No, well, for quite a while, that's I don't think actually, at least as long as I've had a firearm license, we're not allowed to use them for self-defense purposes.
Yeah, I think Ian Runkle was talking about like how stupid, especially these new rulings and everything are. He's just very frustrated because he has a bunch of them.
I definitely can't get into Canadian political talk considering my job, but let's just say I would never ever I would never ever use a gun for self-defense, but I do own guns.
I would never ever use
if you want to attack my
tool
house
to defend myself because it might be considered bad by the government.
Range clubs allow you to own your guns in Germany. Okay. Yeah, I've never looked into it, so I have no fucking clue.
There you go.
If someone gets into my house, I need to get a fork or something from the kitchen. I don't know.
Yes, you will get a fork.
I do have multiple forks. Fucking sue me.
Make sure that the tongs are at least like within spec. If they're too long, that's not allowed.
Right. So Jezebel also tells him, "Oh yeah, the lawyer also calls like, oh, when did that happen? Oh, when you shower." It's like, "Oh, what did you get me?" It's like, "Oh, he's not taking your case. Don't be upset." It's like, "Wait, what do you mean?" It's like, "Well, it says you don't have a case." It's like, "Yeah, that's why that's stupid. Like, why did he say anything?" It's like, "No, he just hung up on me. It was very rude about it." And he then tries to call his friendo Frank. It's like, "Hey, he said that you all backed out. What's so? That's bullshit, right?" It's like, "No, you're right. We did all back out." It's like, it's hard to explain, but it's war. Things happen. So don't call me again. Also, don't call any of the other guys. And then he hangs up on him. Yep. And that's it.
Like the best way to prove that there's nothing going on is to be like, haha, yeah, no, nothing happened, nothing at all. No, nobody followed me home and threatened my family. No, here we totally came to this conclusion all on our own.
Yeah,
as a group, and then we didn't tell you about it.
Yeah, they're also apparently all sitting in the same room right now. So yeah, so that's over, but it's not over for Jacob. He goes to find the lawyer. And it's like, the fuck are you doing? What do you mean it's no thing? It's like, hey, keep your hands off me, leave me alone. It's like, hey, you can't do this. We need your help. Like, stop. What do you want from me? It's like, you need a doctor. There's nothing you can do. Leave me alone. It's like, what do you mean leave me alone? Are you going to give me a reason or anything? It's like, well, I looked into it, and none of you guys were even enlisted in Vietnam. So why you tell me some bizarro, dumbass story? You're just trying to fuck me over, so I didn't like that, so I'm not taking the case. So he basically, I assume what we're supposed to think here is that he got like false information by the government when he was looking into it. They're double checking things, and now he's like, oh, these guys are just some crazy people who just wanted some quick money.
Well, there's also the angle of, well, maybe our main character is crazy. Maybe he never actually served.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that gets debunked later.
Yeah, it gets debunked.
Oh, it does.
Well,
but at this point, it's like, yeah.
No, yeah. I just mean that when he goes back and sees his actual like paperwork and diploma and everything.
Yeah. It's one of the things I really like about this movie is all the inconsistencies are actually perfect for the story, where it's like constantly telling you, yeah, something's really wrong here.
Mm.
It's great.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Because he leaves the building and immediately gets grabbed by two people in black coats and put violently into a car while other people are also watching. Well, they're pretty much making it clear. It's like, so you're done digging into this, right? I think we made ourselves clear, right? I was like, huh? What's happening?
Yeah, he's like, wait, are you federal or are you mafia? I can't tell.
But they tell him that, yeah, we've been watching you and your friends for a long time, and you've been frightening a lot of people with foolish talk, and you're in over your head, and people tend to drown. So just remember, the army was part of another life. Did we make our point? He's like, yeah. But he fights them off a little bit. They have a little scuffle back there, while the driver is just going fucking full force through the town, which is just kind of funny. He's just going left and right like crazy, and he's just trying. Jacob is just trying to get out of the car basically, and he just kind of kicks and screams and punches and everything. It's a really dirty scuffle, and looks very real. It's like one of those things they made sure immediately that the one guy drops his gun, because obviously if he has a gun, that's not a big of a fight. He's just gonna point the gun at him and tell him to fuck off. See how when you understand what the most dangerous part is, you get rid of it and maybe make it the point of contention or something.
The gun allowed Boogie to defeat Norman Bates yesterday.
That is very true. That is very true. And he manages to get out of the car, but he seems to have hurt his back pretty heavily while going out. And for some reason, there's the fucking Santa Claus man there. So I guess it's close to December because he's in front of some of the Crimbus trees.
A
Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, give to the needy, but he's like, oh man, you look rough, dude, while he's just fucking grabbing his wallet and puts it in his back pocket. That says, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. It's like, what a piece of shit.
Because he opened it first and saw that he had a fuck ton of money in there.
Yeah.
You see the number of bills that were in that? Like, holy shit.
But the Santa being potentially an actual angel, at least lore-wise, also takes with it the photo of Gabe.
Yeah,
because that was in his wallet
and his ID.
And here's the interesting thing about having all that money too is that the post service, it doesn't pay poorly, but it wouldn't pay to be carrying around what looks like 20 fucking bills. Right?
I mean, if they're ones, you can get to $21 bills pretty cheaply.
Maybe. But no, I think it fits more with his memory, his mind's filling in what he would have as a doctor with his PhD and everything.
Yeah, probably. I can see that.
In Canada, we use coins for ones. That'll get pretty heavy.
Ones and twos.
Yeah. The loony and the toonie. Those are the actual names.
Nice.
When I used cash more often, I would have a whole bunch of change. I would just be jingling, walking down the street with all the change in my pocket.
Yeah. The loony is because there's a bird on it that's a loon, it's like a type of duck. And the toonie, I think, is just because it's the $2 version of the loony. It makes so much less sense. Honestly, I was a little kid, and I seriously thought my friends were joking when they told me that was what it was called, when the toonie first came about, because I'm old enough to remember the $2 bill. But, I was like, it's seriously called the toonie? That's so dumb.
Honestly, though, here in the U.S., we should start doing coins for our dollar bill. Cause...
Wait, a loon isn't a type of duck. I said it's like a duck, isn't like a water bird. It's like a goose, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong about that? They're on my $1 coins, and I've been seeing them all my life.
Yeah, it is some kind of water bird.
A water
I don't know too much about duck species division, so I mean, if it's like, oh no, it's not a duck because of like the beak shape or something like that, I don't know. Like by type of
it's
duck,
a mallard, you bastard.
It's a bird that you might find at a lake or a pond. Okay.
This entire conversation is quite foul.
A
water. Yeah.
Well, next thing we see is him getting stretchered to the hospital. And they tell us like, oh yeah, he slipped on the pavement and possibly hit his head. Like, does he have identification? Like, no, I don't. He stole my wallet. It's like, who did? And he just says Santa Claus. He's like really angry about it, which kind of makes it a bit funny.
The situation is like perfectly geared towards making him sound like a crazy person.
Yeah.
It's like, it was like guys just put me into their car and then they beat me up and tossed me out. And then who stole your wallet? Well, that was Santa Claus.
Yeah.
How would you ever believe this person?
It's one of those things where it'd be like, the immediate thing would have been like, no, I meant guy dressed as Santa Salvation Army, fucker.
I guess it's because he's injured though. Like he's just trying to like get the details out. He's not being very articulate. But it's like, man, there's no way anyone would believe that based on what he said. And here is actually though where we get the kind of purgatory world version of the shot I was talking about, which is the really low angle dolly shot that's following the gurney's wheel.
Oh, right.
It's used in the Avengers Age of Ultron. And recently I saw it used, not a recent game, but in Silent Hill Homecoming. It opens with that shot. And I was like, they're directly referencing Jacob's Ladder here.
What's funny is they're like, we're going to take him down to X-ray. And then the moment it shows you the building they're walking through, it's like, oh yeah, I totally believe we're going to X-ray. What the fuck? It's the most abandoned hospital, been run down for over a decade look I've ever seen.
Well,
I'm sure this is the way to the X-rays.
What's neat about it too, as far as like the way the sequence is constructed, because it's like this scene in relation to the previous one, is you may very well be thinking they're just government guys that are wheeling him to a place where they can kill him.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then you find out that like, nope, it's worse.
It's like some crazy.
That would actually have been okay compared to where you're going.
Oh yeah, someone in my Discord, I don't know if it was Cyrus or someone else posted a Discord, but they put a picture there where like, look, Metal is in this shot. Let me see if I can find it here. It's when they show the guys walking on the fences above them, because they're basically like this dilapidated house, loony bin hospital right now, I guess. Like there's a guy hitting his head against the wall, very much Dead Space style. There's blood on it. Let me see if I can find it. There's people lying on the floor as well. It's nasty. Let me see.
It looks like the kind of thing that you would never actually see in a place that is even pretending to be like caring for patients. It's like it really is like, oh, we're in like the most horrific place you can possibly imagine. And like I guess the sort of the Silent Hill imagery that they took is like the grating that you see everywhere. So it's like there's no solid walls or ceilings. It's just like everything is this like rusty looking metal grate.
This is the guy they that was posted in Discord. It's like, look, Metal is in this movie.
And also apparently Gavide is the family that loons are from, and there's 5 types of loons. So there you go. Learned something about my $1 coin today. Thank you, Zombie.
Anyways, I love this whole sequence, and there's one part there where they're in like an abandoned building, and one of the kinds of videos I like to watch online is actually people exploring abandoned buildings, and the look is just fucking perfect. It is great.
Yeah, because it gets consistently worse. So we start off in them going into this, which looks like to be the next door building, like the building across the road, because you can see the other building in the background when they go in. But immediately it's like, oh, this is like an abandoned building. They probably, as already pointed out, they're going to get him somewhere where they can get rid of him. but the more they go in, it gets a bit more brighter. It's like, oh, this is like maybe they're like an, I don't know, renovation here, whatever you might want to say.
Maybe it was just a shitty hallway.
Yeah, but then you see the first person you see is like some lady lying on the ground, barefooted, looking absolutely miserable. People just shaking their head, looking absolutely out of it. And we constantly cut back to his face, and he looks absolutely in panic, and he can't do anything because he can't move right now because of it.
I mean, yeah, it's horrific.
Yeah, there's like a guy smashing his head against the glass. There's some butt naked guy on the floor again. And then again, like the fence, the mesh fence on top of the build, like as the ceiling, and then there's like people on there. There's like a lady trying to breastfeed a doll. The guy that looks like me, he is like someone with like small legs. I don't know how this condition is called, where like your upper body is not like,
short man.
Well, he's not really a short man.
I know, I'm kidding.
But yeah, it's like all kinds of
middle's
crazy.
Not short.
And we go back to that low dolly shot at some point, and you see there's like blood on the floor and limbs and just buckets of blood, and it gets worse and worse. And then we get the shot that I mentioned earlier with the bulky black dude doing the thing. Here, I'll show it on stream here real quick. Yeah, he's like on this. I know, this just looks like a Silent Hill torture apparatus to me. it's just missing the flesh curtains on the sides, and you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unironically.
Yeah, and it looks like he's missing his legs too. This could just be he's like kneeling or something, but it looks like he doesn't have any legs as well. So yeah, it's not a nice thing he's going through right now. He's seeing all kinds of gross shit, and they strap him onto a thing and almost like put him upside down. And they basically tell him, "Oh no, you belong here. You're dead already." It's like, "Oh no, this must have been a mistake." It's like, "Oh, then what are you doing here?" And he just kind of starts tearing up and says, "I don't know." It's a rough scene. It really is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Extremely well acted too. It's oof.
Well, like I said,
Bad
what
times.
would be the worst thing than government agents rolling you down an abandoned hallway to like kill you or something? It would be rolling down that abandoned hallway and then finding out you're not just going to be killed, you're already dead, and this is where you're going to be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's actually worse.
Also, Jezebel is here as one of the doctors, or at least looks like one of the doctors. It's like, "Dad, no, I just hurt my back. I'm not dead." And it's kind of like, "This isn't happening." And then the scene ends with them just pushing a needle into his forehead. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Right,
the guy who
directly
does
in
it,
the third eye.
the guy who does it doesn't have any eyes. He just has like flesh where his eyes are.
Super bizarre looking.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get a shot of him here real quick for chat. There we go. Oh, this guy.
This is one of those scenes though that like is well regarded as one of the like scariest scenes in like the horror movies of that time. Like I think it was this and the ending of Fire in the Sky were the two big ones that it's like most of both of these movies are not that scary really. Like they're tense and kind of creepy, but this scene is so horrific and like Fire in the Sky's got kind of a similar deal at the end of it.
Yeah,
also
it's
just
awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's my favorite sequence of the whole movie, I think.
Yeah, it's also all it's gonna be mirroring his real life fight between life and death, because we cut back to him getting brought further towards the tent, and they say like, "Oh, we're gonna lose him. We're losing him." And now we go back to, I guess, more heavenly world. because the family is going to come to visit him. The thing is, this could also be the nightmare world, but they still, come to visit him, of course, because the children want to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, what happened in here? Oh, yeah, there's just hang in there that it's just a month or something, and the children are kind of laughing, which I think is just another demon thing that's happening, or angel thing, right? Or is this just supposed to be the children don't know what the fuck's going on? I'm actually unsure on this one.
I would assume it would have to be a demon thing, because, yeah.
Yeah, that, even his happiness is, like, they're slowly stripping away the things that are, like, tethering him.
Yeah.
And his children even, like, making fun of him and stuff like that now is, like, would be just another thing to put another nail in the coffin.
Literally.
Right. But yeah, he's just kind of going a bit crazy. Just asks them to help him, but that's all he can say. But then our boy Louis is here, the big Chad. He's like, where's Jacob Singer? He's like, Louis, I'm here. And then he gets in there. It's like, oh, what is this barbarism? what is
this is barbaric.
Barbaric. He just gets him off the thing. Is this the Middle Ages? He's like, don't touch him. It's like, they call this modern medicine. This is barbaric. He just yells at them. They're like, okay, just calm down, sir. It just goes really. He goes ham on them. He's like, why don't you just burn him on a stake or something? Yeah. He gets like a crutch. And he basically just wheels him out of here on a wheelchair.
Yeah, which could be wild that hospital security didn't show up.
Yeah.
TwitchCon in this hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
what could be interesting here is if this is a play between demons and angels as well. Like Louis has what he feels is a much better method to get him to let go and like move on. And he's watched what they did to him, and he's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Well, we thought the demon stuff would work on him.
We thought torturing this poor bastard would be perfect.
Maybe this is where Zack Snyder got his reference for convincing Superman to join the bad guys. Just show him the pile of skulls and let him drown in it.
Yeah.
Can't believe this didn't work. Damn it.
But anyway, something I was wanting to mention at this point too was the thing you mentioned that where's the hospital security? But also when he assaulted the lawyer earlier, and there wasn't even a mention of get security or get cops or anything.
Yeah,
it's another one of those little details that helps play into this isn't real.
Yeah,
none of this is real.
Yeah, because
no police show up during the high speed car battle.
That too.
Yeah.
It's like
he's not facing consequences in a realistic manner.
Not just him,
all his consequences are like in absurdist, it's government spooks. It's not police that stop him. It's literal men in black that try to fucking stop.
Yeah. And again, it's not just who's stopping him or not. It's that his chiropractor doesn't get stopped either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Code White would be called so fast in that situation.
Yeah. But he basically puts him back to to his office. And he is like, Jacob tells him, I don't want to die. And he says, well, I'll see what I can do about that. And then decides to relax and puts all this shit back together. And he asks him if he ever read Meister Eckhart. Which I have no clue what that is, but it's probably some smart thing to read or something. Also, another left-right thing he's doing here.
Yep.
Telling him that he's a regular basket case, which I always found a little funny. Also, I'm just kind of waiting for the subtitles because I did not write the full quote here. Says that
you didn't memorize the movie? Fail.
No. Unsubscribe now. And it's like he went to hell and he asked, do you know what he said? He said, the only thing that burns in hell is the part of you that won't let go of your life. Your memories, your attachments. They burn them all away, but they're not punishing you, he said. They're freeing your soul. And then he goes and just says relax to put some shit back into his place. And I think there was more. I think he goes on for more of it. Yeah, the way he sees it, if you're frightened of dying and you're holding on, you'll see devils tearing your life away. But if you've made your peace, then the devils are really angels freeing you from the earth. It's just a matter of how you look at it. So don't worry, okay?
Yeah, and I mean that's the movie right
there. That's
the
movie right there, yeah.
Yep.
They're both trying to help you in different ways. One of them might be better or worse for the person at the time, which obviously is him here. And it seems like Louis is the one that gets him to be at peace.
Yeah, I feel like the writer must have had a really good chiropractor.
You ever read Meister Metal? How'd you get your Longman degree without reading metal? I know, right? But yeah, he just tells him to, let's try to stand up, which does work. And he goes back home. And at this point, he gets his, I guess his Nam box, is what I dubbed it. And it's like all the things in here. His certificate, that he got his PhD as a doctor. He's got the Silent Hill flashlight.
Those are still used today, by the way.
Sorry?
Those are still used today. Like, yeah. They're just too good.
I mean, you just put them in your breast pocket and just shines you. It's super good.
Yeah, Jacob has one. Broke, don't fix it.
Jacob has one, but Rose from the Silent Hill movies using a hand flashlight while handcuffed.
I have to actively remind myself that that's not a reference to Silent Hill. Silent Hill probably referencing
the other way around.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't catch it. I guess just because I know those flashlights, so I saw it as military kit.
Yeah,
I caught the reference when Metal referred to it as the Silent Hill flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he has his documents here. Honorable discharge.
And as me and Kelbeck discussed, you would not get an honorable discharge if you were, like, crazy.
Exactly.
That's not how that fucking works. Like, you would get, at best, if you had, like, the lightest, mildest case where they couldn't keep you, it'd be medical or general other than honorable. But then it would be not honorable would be the actual category you would get.
Dishonorable, yeah.
Yeah. He looks at a bunch of pictures of
medical release would probably be most likely if it was just psychological stuff, unless your mental health resulted in you like hurting a bunch of people. Then
or they thought you might be a danger. Then they would probably not do medical discharge.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably get the not honorable.
Yeah, he looks at the pictures from Vietnam that he's got. Cutouts of newspapers, even the currency from over there. So he's basically sanity checking him right now, himself right now, and he even finds a little letter from his children. Says, "Please come home. We miss you." All that jazz. There's even some big old bullets in there, and now we get the flashback of how Gabriel got Sudoku'd.
he got fucking isekai'd before isekai was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just out riding his bicycle, and he's crossing the street. He dropped his trading cards, his baseball cards, and while he's going to pick him up, he gets run over by a car, and that's...
Which, it doesn't seem to be a car? It looks like the fucking front wheel of one of the big Deuce, one of the big Deuce and a half trucks. Like, it looks like a military truck wheel hits him.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Chihuahua. I love you too, Rocky. You're a good boy.
Oh, and yeah,
I don't know if that's for sure, but it looks looks like a big fucking tire. It doesn't look like a car tire. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
that looks more like big. A military fucking truck.
Yeah.
Again, could work as a metaphor too, because he loses his son to getting hit by a vehicle, and then he immediately goes to Vietnam afterwards. Like, man, he is fun.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just kind of sitting there, contemplating things, and yeah, he's looking rough. He's definitely looking rough, and he looks in the mirror and sees Gabriel's silhouette running around. And I think this is where we get the only see, I immediately say Fear Flash. Fucking that's so much. That's fucking Soma Rebirth. That has ruined everything, dude. The jump
Soma
scare.
Rebirth?
I hate that game so much.
Amnesia Rebirth. Sorry, not Soma Rebirth.
I kept saying Soma Rebirth.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rocky's being very affectionate, and JoJo is not having it.
God,
it sounds like JoJo hates Amnesia Rebirth too. I can agree with that.
They better fucking leave Soma alone.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think they've teased
giving her kisses, and it has not changed her disposition. JoJo.
I think they actually teased something that might be in the same universe-ish. Apparently, like Hotel something. I think they teased something recently together with the thingy, but I'm scared
Soma
because
was the bunker all along.
If they do something like the bunker, that's fine by me. The bunker was pretty cool. If they do a rebirth situation, I'm gonna do things to myself in Minecraft.
I'm taking them all out first, and then myself in Minecraft.
Do we have to go back to mental health talk, Metal?
You can find a teaser to a website in the computer in-game. Yeah, something like that. I heard that. I think Mandalore mentioned that in his recent video about Soma as well. Added an ARG into the Soma game connected to what they're doing next. Okay. Well, I'm not super confident, but we'll see. Anyway, Jezebel comes back. He's
Cree and I both live in the city where Soma takes place, so let's hope they don't make it real.
Oh, God.
So yeah, apparently he was gone for 2 days, and Jezebel didn't know where he was, and it was like, oh, I was in the hospital. It's like, oh, that can't be. I called every hospital in the town, and they didn't tell me where you are. So that's probably bullshit. Anyway, the phone rings, and he's like, whoever this is, don't tell them I'm here. You haven't seen me. But then there's something with experiment and stuff, and it's like, oh wait, give me that. And on the phone is... Wait, does he say its name? I don't think he's... Did we get his name?
No, he just says he's going to meet him.
No, I think he just says he was in the chemical department or some sorts. And he tells him to meet him in front of a coffee truck. He's like, all right, let's do that.
Yeah.
And Jezebel, I guess in one last-ditch effort to... not lose him or making him lose the fight. It's like, hey, please don't go. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I have to. So he goes to meet the guy. Yes?
Because essentially this is keeping his interest. He's clinging to this.
Yeah.
Like he needs this answer before he'll let go fully.
Yeah.
But she wants him to try to let go like now. Like just let go now.
Mm.
It's like, you don't need the answer. You know something happened. Isn't that good enough?
So yeah, they meet up. Is there anything interesting during that thing? No, I think he just shows up. It's like, oh, Michael Newman. That's his name. There it is. I knew he said his name here at some point. And yeah, he tells him we can't talk here. Let's go somewhere safer. Also telling him that he's been tracking him for a long time.
Yeah.
And they go around the docks, what it looks like, into like a building. And he basically tells him, hey, I was part of this chemical warfare thing. I was in for some drug stuff. for like 10 years. And very shortly after they put me in there, they're like, hey, do you want to work for us? 2 years in Nam, no action, just do experiments. If you do that, everything is going to be off the record and you'll be fine. You'll be forgiven and you'll be good. Just use this crazy drug and see what it can do, because we want to isolate some special properties to increase aggressiveness.
And specifically through the fear response.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is like, which also explains some things that happened early in the movie with like why it triggered the way it did.
Yeah. And he tells them, like, yeah, we tested it on some... Oh, sorry, you want to do something before I go ahead?
I was just going to say, he's basically like the 1960s, like the Summer of Love equivalent of a hacker who gets busted doing a really big hack and then gets hired to do cybersecurity for the CIA.
Yep.
He's like, oh, you make really good drugs. You're in jail for it, but would you like to make good drugs for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. And good money and not be in jail.
And
that being a key part.
Like the big one.
Yeah, you also go to Nam, but not into the action. You just go into the research facilities or whatever they call it. And
yep.
And yeah, as you said, he's like, yeah, we were trying to get to your primal aggressiveness right there. Tested it on like rats and monkeys, and it worked really well. And at some point they gave us some POWs, which were kind of just kids, he says. Yeah, prisoners of war.
Yep.
And they put them in a courtyard, and so we fed them huge doses of the stuff, and it was worse than when they tested on the monkeys. They were just ripping each other apart, basically saying
and he went into detail about the monkeys and everything too, and then he said, like, the stuff that these kids did to each other, they had no idea human beings could do
those, yeah. Which, like, I like that this was done in a way where they don't show that, because it really just kind of puts that in your mind of like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, what went down there? And it's almost kind of creepier than if it was just a full-blown like horror action scene.
It's one of these instances where it's better to let your mind fill in the gaps. It's like one of these things.
Sometimes, and don't take this as an always, because it's not, screenwriters. Tell, don't show is actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Yep. That's that whole thing of like, they're guidelines. They're not hard rules.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most annoying thing in existence to me as a writer. I hate when people have them as like, no, you must always follow this. Like, no, that's fucking dumb. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to, well, there was this big offensive coming up, and your unit was chosen as a test subject. So we put small doses in your food, and oh boy, did it work. And it's like, well, I barely remember anything. I know there was a battle, so that happened still, right? And he's like, oh yeah, there was a battle 2 days later. There was a battle that day, but it wasn't against Charlie, which is like how they called the enemy. Or still do? I don't know if that's still a thing, or if that was Vietnam specific.
Was just a Vietnam thing.
Okay,
that was a Vietnam thing, because it was encompassing the racial slur.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you were fighting. You were all fighting each other. It was pretty gruesome.
Brother against brother.
Yep. Basically,
and yeah, that would be
they
rough.
killed each other.
Be a rough thing to learn.
Tore each other to pieces. And then we get like flashes back to the thing where it's like, yeah, they're just kind of shooting each other, super aggressive, stabbing and everything. Yeah.
And like I said, I think the one, I'm not sure, we'd have to confirm it, but I think the one that bayoneted him is the guy that also said, like, no, you guys are having all the problems. I'm fine.
Yeah, we can check here in a second. I'm not sure myself. But yeah, he also called this drug he made, he called it the ladder. So obviously there comes the whole Jacob's ladder thing together. On top of the, it is like this mythological thing. Is it a biblical thing, Jacob's ladder, or is that just mythology in general? I'm actually not sure.
I mean, I know it as the title of this movie, but I
also know it from The Binding of Isaac.
It's a lot of things reference Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
But like Jacob's Ladder, the film, or is there like a biblical citation for it?
Don't know for sure. Let me see.
Jacob.
Yeah, it's time to break out Google.
Goggle.
And like some of the horror movies I've been watching, part of me thinks I should just like bite the bullet and read the Bible.
Oh,
it's like just
Jacob's Ladder is a biblical story in Genesis 28:10 to 22.
Oh well, I guess
there you go.
No, there you go.
Jacob has a dream of a ladder reaching from earth to heaven with angels ascending and descending on it.
And if it's in Genesis, I guess I would have got to it pretty quickly. It's right at the beginning.
Yeah.
God's initiative to reconnect heaven and earth to restore what was lost in the Garden of Eden and to provide a way for humanity to dwell in his presence again. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently it's also a rope ladder with wooden rungs.
And, God didn't like the man's attempt to do that themselves. That's why he slapped us all with different languages.
Yeah.
Bastard bitch.
But yeah, we're ending the final scene here, because he just kind of runs on the street the next scene, and he gets a cab. He's like, "Yo, bring me home to Brooklyn." It's like, "Oh, I'm not going to Brooklyn. I get lost there." He's like, "Well, here you can have all the money that I have right now." And he's like, "All right, there we go."
Yeah, and he said, "Don't worry, I know the way." So,
yeah.
Which again, this is I like this a lot because he's actually like he's made his choice now, right?
Well, because
he didn't like tell him an address here nearby. He literally tells him to go to a different fucking city. He doesn't want to be in New York anymore. He's just like, no, I know the way. I want to go home.
So let me see. They make a point of showing us the taxi driver's license. Garzero A. Is there anything I should get from that? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm more like having another Karen thingy going on where he pays the guy to bring him home, you know?
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking too.
I'm just looking at this and see if there's maybe there's something I am missing here, because is this a guy we've seen before? I'm not sure. I feel like there's something here that I just can't pick up on.
Because maybe the numbers and stuff. Like maybe the numbers mean something. The 25, 12, 41. Like
hang on. Look at the expiry date. Expires May 31st, 1970, and then it's smudged.
Ah, yeah. Well, as somebody in my chat said, that it explains so much of this movie is explained by like why all the cars aren't the correct models and everything for what was after Vietnam and like all that stuff. All these inconsistencies.
Yeah, I wonder if this number means something specific.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, if you look on the right side here, this one says expires May 31st, 1972. This does look like a 2 here. But, it's... Okay, interesting. I feel like the cab number or something probably could mean something, but there's nothing I can pick up on right now.
Yeah, and or Gar Zero, maybe the 0 being in the number in the name. I mean, has something, but I don't catch the reference. But it does. Yeah. It did seem like a very intentional shot, though.
Yeah.
What was the other number that was in there?
Sorry,
50.
What was the numbers? 20. It was 25, 14, and something.
Oh, hang on. Let me go back.
4D50, and then I think it was 1941, wasn't it?
No. The one on the left side. The big numbers.
Hang on, I'll put it up again. Oh, I clicked way too far back, I think.
Because the 25:14 that I got thus far is Matthew 25:14, parable of the talents, where a man going on a journey entrusts his property to his servants before he leaves.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
Which could be, I need to know what the other number is.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to pop up again. Should be any time now. There we go. Boom.
I will see it in a moment on the screen.
25, 12, 41.
12. Okay.
Oh, it's 1241. I thought it was 1941. I thought it was supposed to be his birthday. I guess dyslexia confirmed for Marc the
Taxi license.
We're talking so much about military stuff. I almost referred to myself by my last name. Like, wait, no, I'm not at work.
Taxi license meaning? No, I don't want... What?
Jesus separates the sheep from the goats. Tells on his left apart from me.
Jacob is the goat. The memories are the sheep.
Jacob's letter. Let's see. Garzero meaning?
Let's just pull random Bible verses and see if we can relate it to this movie in some way.
Yeah, that's I was just doing it in the numbers because I just put Bible 25, 12, 41.
I know. It's just that I didn't know if that one was actually related to it, so I made an attempt to connect it, and it sort of worked.
I know I can't find anything with Googling, so I don't know.
God cannot be Googled.
Damn. Oh well. But yeah, there's definitely something more going on here, for sure. But yeah, he basically drives him to Brooklyn. And then we get the scene where we see who stabbed him. And come on, show me your face. No, that's not the face. I want to see the other guy's face.
Yeah, it turns to look at him here in a second because he looks on in horror because he realizes he just gutted
Is that the guy?
You know, brother.
He looks a bit sweaty, but I think that's him. Or is it? No, I don't think so.
I'd have to see him side by side, you know?
Yeah.
Because remember, all the doctors don't look exactly like Louis doesn't look exactly like himself, but you can tell it's the same person. But obviously, the one in the field hospital is he's more disheveled and everything.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the scene where they're on the rooftop, and the one is just to see if it's comparable, or like they get. Ooh, it might be, but it's hard to tell because of the hairstyle. Hold on.
If you read the license plate at the same time you listen to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, it syncs up perfectly. What?
It's actually a reference to Dark Side of Oz, where if you play Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon on the second roar of the MGM lion before starting Wizard of Oz, it syncs up with the movie almost flawlessly. And I think that, to the point that it sometimes looks like the characters are singing it. It actually
That's
is
hilarious.
kind of wild.
I've never heard that before.
The crazier thing, though, is that if you then loop the CD or the album, I guess, like play it again, pause at the right times, whatever, it keeps doing it like for the rest of the movie. And I was like, how did that? And apparently, Pink Floyd though has always said that is not something they did intentionally, but it's so perfect that it's almost kind of hard to believe that.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's one of those 1 in like quadrillion chances of something happening. Who the fuck was listening to Pink Floyd and watching Wizard of Oz to even find this out? Like, at the same time,
honestly, that's not too big of a jump.
Yeah,
you don't think that anyone would want to like do shrooms or acid or something?
You know what?
Something
Fair.
on the TV that they're not really watching while listening to Pink Floyd. Like, I can see how they got there. That's
Fair
not
enough.
the weird part. Them starting it at precisely the right moment is probably the weird part about that. But
I do want to check that out sometime because that does sound like a bit of a trip to watch.
I think it's probably like on YouTube at this point, like to the point that you don't. I don't know about YouTube specifically, but I feel like it's probably on the. You can acquire it on the internet without having to worry.
Yeah,
about
someone
it
probably
sitting on your own.
synced it up for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, he arrives at his home, which we learn very soon is his home where he was with his family before. And he gets greeted by the receptionist. No, that's a different word I'm looking for. He's not a receptionist.
Doorman.
Just the doorman. But see, I wanted to say doorman. It's like, no, there must be a fancier word for it. And it's like, no, it's just
Butler.
It's just doorman. Butler, yeah.
Oh, what do they call in Archer? What does he call Woodhouse? His valet. That's it. Valet.
Yeah, his valet.
Yeah.
Like he specifically says, no, not valet. He's not parking my car. He's my valet.
Yeah. So yeah, he arrives here and he's like, "Oh, hey Sam, are you alright?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Noticeably, he's wearing his military jacket right now, like he's coming home from deployment almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And dressed almost exactly like James Sunderland.
It's true. That is
Yeah.
true. But Sam also.
Yeah, and he's got his tags on.
Sam also looks at him worried when he goes in after he turns his back. It's like, oh, concierge. That's probably the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, he slowly goes up the stairs and he enters his home. And he's kind of looking around, but it's all dark and no one's here. He's looking for the other kids, but it's all empty.
I'm just expecting Silent Hill 2 Rain to start playing right now.
It's like unfinished food on the table and stuff like that, but all the pictures are still there, and he's pretty happy about it. And then they just replay what Louis said. It's like, it's all, if you're frightened of dying and you're holding on, you'll see the devil's tearing your life away. And he kind of just sits there, kind of flashing back to all the good memories he's had with Gabriel and his wife and everything. It's pretty much your life flashes before your eyes kind of scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear heartbeats every time you see a picture. Like, it's a heartbeat, see picture, black, heartbeat. I think it's like 4, 3, 2, 1 heartbeats. And then it comes back to the room and it's lit up like it's daytime now. And there's Gabriel waiting on the stairs.
Yeah.
And he quite literally goes into the light with Gabriel, reunited with his son.
I got the name wrong. It's fucking I don't know why I said Rain, but it's Promise. Silent Hill 2 Promise, and the track works shockingly well for that entire scene. Holy shit. I played it because of my tip.
I don't know if anyone mentioned it during the cab scene as well, but Take Me Home could also just mean literally, this is the end, and I'm going on to the afterlife.
Absolutely.
Yep. So it has multiple meanings, and I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I actually think I might have been humming the tune from Mahler's Dark Souls videos. I didn't realize I got that wrong. I was like, I feel like that wasn't right, and I was like, what was I like doing though? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's the intro to the Dark Souls 2 videos. This one's
get a bright flash of light here, and we come back to see the light of the tent, and then you see the 2 doctors again, and they just say, we lost him. They turn off the light.
Yep.
He's gone.
Which again, same light as from the chiropractor's office and everything.
Yep. And they tell us, like, man, he put a hell of a fight, but in the end, he fortunately succumbed to his injuries. And it's like, well,
I like how
it's
a bit somber, a bit grim, but I like how there's no big like ceremony, there's no pomp and circumstance about it. They don't like do the closing of the eyes, or they don't drape a thing over him. They're just like, well, this is the reality of it. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bye.
They even mentioned that he looks kind of peaceful, which is an interesting nod. And then they just put the dog tag in there to say Jacob Singer, and he just kind of writes up the thing. And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah. So it's an interesting... Yeah, James actually beat me to the word. But it's bittersweet because it is kind of a happy ending in a way, even though it is also like sad, and that like the protagonist has been dying this whole movie and dies. But it's the idea that he does actually find some like true happiness in being able to be reunited with his son that he lost. And I like when horror movies do that, when they give you a little bit of hope or resolution of some kind, like be it slasher villain defeated, and don't just end on like pure nihilism. Because I almost think that it is more difficult to make an effective horror movie that does have a little bit of a light at the end of it, and still have it be an effective horror movie and be scary, where it's just easy to just be like, oh yeah, and then everyone dies. It's like, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, that is scary and it sucks, but also I don't know that it particularly makes for not necessarily a good horror story specifically, but a good story. And it's not to say that every single horror movie ever needs to end on like the lightest possible note and bad guy killed, everybody lives, everyone happy. But I tend to prefer horror movies that have that little bit of, yeah, but there was some either justice or hope or consolation. Like there's, I don't know. I like it when horror movies do that.
Mm.
And yeah, I guess like, universal concept. The Shakespeare is a loser. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't ever write a tragedy, but I just think that I've seen a lot of horror movies, and I find the ones that tend to be ones I remember as having like really well written stories do the more difficult thing of finding a way to keep it a scary story, but also not have it just end on the most nihilistic note possible, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It is easier to just, oh yeah, and then everyone dies and all the struggle that you saw was for nothing.
Yep.
Probably one of the reasons why I like Berserk so much. Horrific things happen in Berserk, but there is like hope and light spots and reasons to want to continue living and not just get to the end of an arc and be like, oh god, I might as well just be dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's isn't that the classification Noble Dark, where it's a dark and grim world, but there are people that choose to stand up and fight. There's genuine good that tries to shine through the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, your chat, Jolishu, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, Jolicious, I guess. Jolicious. It was a dream all along are the worst endings ever, though this one isn't so bad. The reason it's a dream all along are the worst endings is because they have nothing to do with, like, the character being in a dream state. The reason Jacob's Ladder works so well is every single thing in his fantasy world is all geared towards accepting that he's dead.
Yeah, like the whole movie is constructed around that premise. It doesn't just feel like a massive rug pull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you get that by the way, he's dead. It makes sense.
Yeah, the entire thing from the word go is trying to get him to accept the fact that it's time to move on.
Yeah, and by the time you get there, it's like you pretty much know what's going to happen. It's not like, again, the rug pull. It's not, oh, it was all a dream, none of it mattered. It was like, it's building the audience to that point as well. As, oh, our hero has been dead the whole time.
And to answer University Conscript says Jacob dies, so what is the purpose of his struggle? So he's not struggling against death is kind of the opposite of what this struggle is. Like it's more that he is dying and he is going to die. And the struggle is being able to accept your death and be able to like move on to, I guess, presumably the more pleasant afterlife, as opposed to holding on and dragging yourself into hell, right? So
yeah. Putting yourself through misery.
The purpose is that he didn't end up in hell.
Yeah. He was just making himself miserable by resisting it. By fighting back. He was just making himself suffer needlessly. And that's what both the angels and the demons are trying to get him to understand. You're causing your suffering.
Yeah, like because of his injuries, his physical injuries, there's no world in which he's living at the end of this movie.
Yeah, like they had to stuff his guts back in.
Yeah, the win state is not being in eternal torment.
Yeah, because if he did recover, in massive air quotes, if he did recover, the rest of his life is going to be fucking shit. So this is the better outcome, that he accepts his fate.
Mm-hmm. We also get a little thing that says it was reported that the hallucinogenic drug BZ was used in experiments on soldiers during the Vietnam War. The Pentagon denied the story, so that's where they got that from. Yeah. Which means
there's a whole rabbit hole there, like the MK Ultra stuff, and clearly that played a big part in the inspiration behind this, but
and BZ is actually still used today, but it's a very very controlled thing for very specific mental conditions.
Universal construct, it's not death is better, it's heaven is better than hell. And I mean,
yeah.
You could say, well, but those things are made up because I don't believe in it. It's yeah, but this movie believes in them. That's kind of the point.
Yeah. And that's what, and the point too is that even the demons were trying to get him to accept it. Sure, they were using sin and vice and lust and desire to get him to go with what they wanted, which was stripping away what made him happy, what grounded him. Whereas the angels, specifically Louis, was trying to make him realize, no, you just need to accept it. It's you holding on, it's you fighting back, it's you struggling. When you relax, you're fine. You struggling is what's causing all of this suffering.
The idea of holding on and kind of becoming a, I guess, ghost-like entity, which you could maybe assume the old lady in the subway was at the beginning. That she's just waiting on the subway and not willing to engage with anybody, so she's kind of just going to be there for eternity. Whereas Jacob goes through his journey and then is able to reunite with his son, as opposed to being trapped in an evil, bizarre world that's hell, Silent Hill Otherworld. You don't want to be there forever.
Yeah, and a lot of stories that feature ghosts in them, a big part of them is usually, the spirit of the person who died didn't want to let go. Yep. They didn't want to move on to the afterlife or whatever.
Even in children's media, I remember the Casper the Friendly Ghost movie.
Sixth Sense.
I was thinking just children's movie. Again, Casper the Friendly Ghost. The entire point of why ghosts can still be around and function is because they still have unfinished business. Once you say you're good, you've got your business finished. You literally get vacuum cleaners sucked out of the world. Okay, well, you're done then.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Black Dragon Cyrus. There we go. It's so hard to read the names, I swear.
It is.
There's a remake of this movie. I actually found that out in the group chat for this episode, yesterday.
Yep.
So I was are we watching the original or the remake? I'm wait, there's a remake?
Yeah.
I just
assumed. Then Cree gave me the information about the remake. It has been incredibly well received. It's Oscar worthy, one might say. Razzie. It's Razzie worthy.
Yeah, I decided to look it up. I decided to look it up after we finished watching, and Wikipedia just says it has a 4% approval rating based on 24 reviews, with an average rating of 3.8 out of 10.
Yeah.
A needless remake that quickly loses sight of the themes that elevated the original. This is a Jacob's Ladder that leads straight to nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh god, the review sounds better written than the movie sounds like it is.
God,
I want to watch it at some point just to see how bad it is. I'm curious.
Sometimes I do that, yeah. It's I'll watch a remake of something that I enjoy just to be how bad did they fuck this up?
I mean, the cover looks so much worse. It's so generic.
And
one of the reasons I watched the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre film on Netflix, and man, it is unbelievably bad. It's ridiculously terrible. And it's a sequel to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sally is in it.
What? Okay.
You know what? I'll almost recommend it. Watch it. It's so unbelievably bad that it's worth watching. It's EFAP movies tier.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Well, gear tracking back slightly. That concept of ghosts not giving up, not moving on, actually is so universal that there's an entire tabletop around it set in the World of Darkness called Wraith, where the entire point of you as a player at the tabletop is actually learning to let go and let your character actually die, let them move on.
Does the player know that?
That is a core conceit of the entire setting.
No, but what I mean is the player to know that, or is it the DM?
The player knows. You know it if you're playing Wraith. you know that's the goal, is to get your character to accept the fact that they're dead and they move on.
Interesting.
If you know that's your goal, though, can you just be like, I accept death?
No, because you have to get the character to accept it.
My character accepts death. I win.
It's a very it's not your traditional pen and paper for sure, but
so it's very easy actually. No,
I get the premise though.
I took it too far.
No, sorry,
I've wrote the meme too hard, and then I crashed.
I was gonna respond. I was just muted because Jojo was growling a little. But yeah, I guess the premise though, I understand it's to like walk the character through the journey and get them to like learn the things they need to learn in order to accept death in a way that makes sense to all the people playing the game.
Yep.
As opposed to just being like, I try to roll nat 20 to accept death right now. I win. Suck it, losers. I'm going home.
World of Darkness also has a really good dice system too, because it's all based around success dice instead of like just D20s and stuff. So like you just have dice that either will have a marking, which means you succeeded, or you don't. I'm gonna keep it. And yeah, it's just a really good system because it's useful in all situations. It doesn't get into a weird case where you're rolling D20s in awkward things because the skill technically lets you do this. No, just are you successful at what you're doing or not? That's all that matters.
Well. We got a couple of super chats before we're out of here. And memberships. Okay, I think YouTube was a little bit confused. It says first new member blank face, and then right after it says member 7 months. So I don't know what happened there, but thank you nonetheless.
Thank you, blank face,
for the memberships. And says, I am the penis man, and I pee my nis. Nice.
Oh, wow. Good luck with that.
Wow.
Sounds fun.
That's art. That's just art right there.
Relieving, maybe?
True poetry.
It rhymes.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Also, 35 Zar by Blackface as well, saying, YouTube blocks me showing on screen if I have my username. Fucking YouTube, dude. Oh, God. It's so good. YouTube is really cool. $2 by the Hardys 01.
YouTube.
Thank you very much. By the way, did you watch the pay-per-view last time, Mootal? I did not, because I was on EFAP, and that was like a 7-hour stream.
We had our own pay-per-view.
I watched part of it so far, but before the stream, but I have like probably like 3 or 4 hours left to watch. So I'll probably watch some more later when I go chill in bed and just pop it on my screen and then watch it until I fall asleep, I imagine. But I assume it was very good because the AEW pay-per-view is said to be pretty fucking good, even the ones that you don't really anticipate super much. Because they always deliver on the wrestling side, at least for me. I rather enjoy it. 9 months from Elizabeth Young, thank you very much. Burp Enthusiast here, thank you very much. What makes this film so unique is the numerous ways it could be read. It's an amazing film and one of my favorites. It's very good.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on.
Heartily recommend it to everyone to watch it.
Back when writers were writers.
Yeah.
Not the current fucking crop of weirdos we've got now.
No.
Yeah, Weapons was okay. I'm trying to think of like good movies I've seen this year. Not
By the way, I have to make Setch watch Weapons at some point.
Yes, I will. I will watch it.
Okay.
For sure.
Just a note. Yeah, yesterday during the stream we do spoil Weapons pretty early on because we're doing showdowns between horror villains. But a few people in the chat were upset, but we kind of could not talk about the, I guess, threat from Weapons versus another threat without
obviously
exploring the nature of the threat.
Yeah, it would be kind of like a very awkward premise to not talk through, like, oh, well, we need to talk about Freddy Krueger spoilers.
Yeah.
Without, like, explaining how any of his stuff works.
It's like, oh, I didn't know he attacked from dreams.
Oh my god! I can't believe you spoiled it for me.
But how would we talk about that without talking about?
Yeah, I was like,
power?
well, you can't really fight back against. What do you mean? Just shoot him with the thing. No, you can't. Well, why can't you? Spoilers. I can't tell you.
I think both Nightmare on Elm Street and Texas Chainsaw Massacre are ones where I think if giving the weapon away is a spoiler, it's like, buddy, it's in the title.
Yeah.
Then we got $5 by M8566. Thank you very much. Saying, chat doesn't need therapy. Chat finds plenty of joy in watching metal suffer through video games. By the way, gaming stream tomorrow? Either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Depends when Ninja Gaiden 4 comes out. But I will be streaming that for sure on release day.
Yeah, I might be able to just Google what. I'll try to find that out before the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Like a time for launch.
Oh yeah. I just on my whiteboard it says 21st, but as you said, it might be like for me 21st, like early in the morning or like midnight tomorrow or something. I don't know.
What? Well, okay.
Midnight
what
releases
time
are
zone
always
is
fun.
UTC.
It's Universal something. Hold on.
I feel you guys massively underestimated Pennywise. Honestly, I am not very versed in the It lore at all. I've never really watched the movies either, so...
Who did Pennywise lose to?
I don't remember. Wait, was
a bunch of kids, so he can't be all that fucking impressive.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the...
Damien.
We had... Yeah, and like... I think that I don't remember what the specific argument was, but I think it was just that because Damien is a child and has like the superpowers fueled by hell, it's maybe something that he could do because kids with no superpowers defeated him. But I mean, I don't think child Damien should have gotten very far, honestly, because like Damien's power in the first Omen movie and all the way up until basically the end of the second one is people die around him. It's either there's threats to him that will be attacked by dogs, or something will fall off a building and kill them, or they're just going to decide to kill themselves at random. Like Damien himself doesn't really do a lot of fighting. Damien 3, he is a little more powerful, and he's played by Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. Oh, and also from Event Horizon, Sam Neill.
Alan.
Well, we got one more from Slumpy. $5. Thank you very much. Saying, Rags had a question about this movie. Did the mummy leave his spirit behind?
I didn't want to like derail the show, but I think I know how he made that mistake because it almost happened to me once.
Okay.
If you're watching it on YouTube to like see the visuals, and something happened that like the stream froze up on you for a moment or something like that, anything that makes it not live, like say you're like 10 seconds behind.
Oh, you think he just still had the mummy thing on his screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. I think the picture was up. He heard the opponent, and then there was maybe still a picture of Imhotep on screen. It was like, oh, well, like, so he's fighting the mummy. It's like, wait, the mummy's not in this round, right? And Rex is like, oh.
It's funny because I think there was a whole round in between as well. And then he just was like, did the mummy leave his spirit behind? It's like, huh? That was funny, yeah.
I mean, I don't know that that's what happened. I was just like, I bet that's what happened because that almost happened to me on a different circumstance.
So to go back and answer, what does UTC mean? Just to add further confusion, UTC means Coordinated Universal Time.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Well,
they just put the C at the end for some reason.
I see a map. So yeah. So it launches on October 21st for you, Metal, but at 2 a.m.
Oh, okay. So I can just play it on.
It'll be 8 p.m. for me and Kurtosis. And is that you on West Coast? I know
nope,
you
East.
Okay, yeah. So then 8 p.m.
It's the same for you. Same for me.
What's this that's launching?
Ninja Gaiden 4.
Ninja Gaiden 4.
I don't even know if you two are playing it, but yeah.
I like Ninja Gaiden, but I was always like, it was one of those games where it's like, I like this game, but I have other games I could play right now because it was always too hard for me. Like even as a kid, I was just it was one of those like skill issue. Games for me.
Original Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black, and we're talking about the Xbox ones, like there is the NES games as well, obviously, but those ones are quite difficult. They're very good, but I could see a lot of people getting filtered by them. I can understand why if Microsoft be wanting to push Ninja Gaiden this year was going to do a remake of one of them, that it was 2, because 2 you've got some more options in combat that make it a bit easier to get through. It's still a pretty difficult game, but they also added a bunch of easier difficulty levels too, so I'm sure that helped. But yeah, I've been playing through Ninja Gaiden 1 though, and like having also recently played 2 and 3, 1 is significantly harder than both of them.
Oh yeah, and I grew up with the original Ninja Gaiden, and then getting back into the series, my back into the series was Ninja Gaiden Black. So
I'm still stonewalled in the last area of the NES Ninja Gaiden. It is pretty difficult.
Yeah. Well, that was all the super chats. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And, well, before we're out of here, thank you to the guests for joining us. Fun as always. Well, Setch, what are you up to? Whether you tell the people what you're doing, link down below, of course. But yeah.
I will be taking tomorrow off just because this was a full weekend and I want a break at some point. So I'll be taking tomorrow off for streaming, but normally I stream Monday through Friday every weekday, and at the same time I'm writing several books. We have one that's in first draft state now that's going through people like reading it, proofreading, editing, things like that. So hopefully that'll be soon to be released. And then I've got 5 other books that are in the works. One's 500 pages long now. A couple of these other ones that I'm focusing on intently now are like 50 and 60 pages at the moment. I jump between the two of them because I find it easier. If I get blocked on one, I can sit and think on it while still getting work done. So I jump to the other one.
Nice.
Yeah, so bunch of books coming out. People have expressed interest in maybe making some of the stuff a comic or a series. So I would be very interested in that if that does come to pass.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Sounds good. Cool. Check it out.
Actually, I just got Mahler's comic. I haven't read it yet, but it arrived yesterday.
Nice. I read his comic and Jay's from that selection. I enjoyed both of them. Need to read the rest still.
I'll get mine when I'm visiting Mahler because I couldn't buy one because they didn't like my payment methods.
Right. I think it probably would have been there earlier for me, but a Canadian postal strike, I think, delayed it.
Yeah, he said he's got one for me when I'm over. It's like, all right, cool.
Nice.
Got them connections, baby.
Get it signed in blood.
Oh. All right, Cree, what's up with you? Tell the people about it.
Oh my god. I'm working on the final part of my Fallout 4 analysis still. I've been kind of dragging my feet on it. I was supposed to get it out for the 13th. We're well past that. Different video game addictions, especially Abiotic Factor. Blame them, not me.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. Besides that, I'm just doing my normal stuff. I stream on my channel when I can. Working on videos, and at this point, dreading December for the first time in my life. Thank you, Amazon and Bethesda.
Yeah, oh my god.
Cool. Well,
link
down
the second
below.
Season of the show. I was like Amazon, but then I did the math.
Oh wait,
yeah.
When's that in December?
December 17th.
Through?
Sorry, hold on. December 17th. And there's 8 episodes, so it runs for 8 weeks.
Fuck, I might have to watch some episodes then when I'm over at Mahler's. Fuck.
You might not. You might not, because I've heard him on like Open Bar and Real BBC saying he's not doing it. He's vetoing it. Shit, okay. Which good. I find hilarious because like a lot of times he like jumps into like covering different shit, right? Mm-hmm. Like he watched Last of Us season 2 with Drinker for Open Bar and stuff. But Fallout was so bad, he was just like, no, I'm not doing that again. I veto it. I refuse.
Yeah.
But Mahler also did a full-blown video on season 1.
Mahler's video on season 1 was great.
Yeah, and when you see any of the Vault Boy cartoons, that's probably me editing.
Nice.
I leaned on those a lot. I even got some that were from a Chinese commercial for a Vault what's the Fallout Shelter game that is like it's like a Fallout Shelter multiplayer game that's only in China, but it has its own cartoons. So those ones are a little more zoomed in because I had to cut out the like Mandarin subtitles.
Okay, see, funny thing, I had a guy edit my Fallout video, and I kept seeing these clips with Chinese writing on them, thinking, where the fuck is he getting this shit from?
Were they were full color Vault Boy to cartoons?
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly the ones I used, probably.
Nice.
Well, I was like, oh shit, there's more of them? I was like, oh, can I find them without the subtitles? Could not, so I did my best to hide them.
Yeah.
Look at all that background lore.
Been disorienting.
It's crazy. But yeah, go check out links down below, of course. Mark, you got anything going on?
Not really. I think because like we were doing a lot of action game stuff with like Silent Hill F and stuff, so I didn't really want to jump back to Onimusha right away to continue my work on that series.
Fair,
and
yeah.
Then I was like, okay, now I got a week before Ninja Gaiden 4, so I don't want to ingrain a different combat systems, muscle memory, and a thing, and like have to take a break from there. But I think I'll jump back into Onimusha stuff when we're done with Ninja Gaiden. So yeah, I've been chipping away at some Final Fantasy stuff. I'm replaying Final Fantasy 16 with performance that isn't atrocious, even though I had to mod it. And yeah, I like the story in that game quite a bit. And I finished Final Fantasy Tactics mostly because I was able to chip away at it while I was waiting around in the ambulance on the range tasking I was on for the last 2 weeks. But not the longest Final Fantasy game though. It took me like under 30 hours. And yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, very, very good story. And the voice acting really is a great way to experience that story. So I recommend the remake of, or remaster, I guess, more so, of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Woo!
Nice.
Good video games. Let's go. Well.
And shockingly, short enough not to let the Stockholm Syndrome kick in.
For Final Fantasy Tactics?
For just a Final Fantasy game in general.
Oh, I mean, like
once you get to 80 hours, it's so good. It's like, that's tragic.
I mean, that's honestly, that's probably specifically Final Fantasy 14 you're talking about, but that's mostly because the first campaign, I guess, or like the way MMOs work, I guess you probably look at it more like an expansion, but just the base game, its story is very, very long, and it really doesn't get going until towards the end of it. So that's always the joke that like for Final Fantasy 14, there's a lot of really great stuff in it, but you do have to like commit to going through 50 hours of pretty boring stuff.
What it reminds me of is a lot of these like MMOs and things like that, their storylines. One of them, the funniest one, was Arcade, because Arcade decided to have a story, even though it's supposed to be like a sandboxy thing. And the story, you spend hours and hours and hours, and the big reveal, like the mid-season like wham that was gonna put you into when things are gonna kick into gear, was the bad guys are the enemy.
Oh no!
What?
I was like, oh shit! What?
Are you sure about that?
We couldn't believe it. I remember when I was working back for MMO Grinder, that was the funniest thing, because so many of the editors kept trying to take that line out. They're like, "That's what you're just being silly. We're done. What did you mean?" It's like, no. That's literally what the game tells you. The bad guys are the enemy. It's like, no.
I can hardly believe it. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah. It's a good thing we know that now.
Yeah, after spending 23 hours in this game, good thing we've now learned.
Boy, oh
yeah,
boy.
well, with Realm Reborn, which is the first Final Fantasy 14 campaign, it's a lot of setup. It does introduce you to a lot of characters that you are going to need to know, and you do get to learn a bit about them. It just takes a very long time, and the story really doesn't get interesting until like the last sequence of missions. Heaven's Word, though, which is the first expansion, has a great story, to the point that I almost want them to kind of remake Heaven's Word into a like single player Final Fantasy game of sorts, like change the gameplay around so that it's competent to play just alone, and yeah, just let people go through it, because good story. Lots of dragoons, lots of dragons, lots of elves.
Well, there you have it. Well, as for me, Buy my plushie. Buy my plushie.
Yeah. Plushie's
yeah.
good right away. No wait time on
No
that.
wait time. Well, you got to wait until it arrives at your doorstep. But
once it arrives, you don't have
arrives,
to chip through 50 hours of boring metal plushie to get to the good stuff.
It's just instant goodness. We're 287 now, so a couple have been sold throughout the stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate it a lot. Again, if we get to 400, it seems like I'll be playing Forspoken all the way through. So you better get on those 400s.
Don't force me to buy 100 plushies at the last minute, please.
Exactly.
Could you imagine though? That seems like something that Peter Molyneux would do. Like he would send you a thing, and it would take 50 hours before it would actually unlock. Like you had to put in a particular button sequence, and there'd be a timer on it just to build up anticipation.
I remember some fighting games doing that, and maybe in like the PS2 era or something, where it was like time gated unlocks for the characters. So it's just you had to be playing for a certain amount of time, and it's like, oh,
that was
all of a
Mortal
sudden
Kombat.
Was it?
Yeah, I think you had to play 24 hours with every character for that was like an achievement or something.
One where it's just like, well, I'm just gonna leave my game on and go to sleep.
Yeah, like, and I think that's the way a lot of people. I think some people scammed it by like messing with the timer. I don't remember the specific game to cite it, but I remember that being a thing.
But yeah, go check it out. Scoot Plushie. I have one already. I got the prototype. I got the first one, and it's very good. So yeah, go buy it, or you'll die. I think that happens. I'm not sure.
Probably not. I mean, all of us will, but hopefully not for quite some time and under peaceful circumstances in which we won't be bound to this reality and not unable to let go of things.
With a lot of money to leave to our loved ones, and surrounded by beautiful women.
I'm not saying you're immortal when you buy one, but I'm also not saying that.
Yeah, okay? We don't know. It might grant immortality, but don't test it.
Exactly. But yeah, check it out. Otherwise, I guess Tuesday I'll be streaming a bit of Ninja Gaiden 4. I think Tuesday I'm in the EFAP mine, so I don't know if we want to plan something on Wednesday on our normal gaming stuff here with the other boys. Right. I'll check my calendar, but there might be some space actually for that to happen. Yeah, so just those streams, and I'll be working on a little Spookyween video, which I guess I'll use tomorrow to catch up on the wasted time of the other recording I did that I hated. So hopefully that works out and I like it better. But yeah, that's what's happening. Full stop.
I think Elizabeth might be behind on the stream, but when you get there, I understand where you are, Elizabeth. Thank you. She said, "Nah, Mark, hope it sucks. I prefer Grimdark." I think it's when I was talking about the nihilistic endings being not always good. Yeah. But I mean, hey, you got movies like Seven though. That I think that was a good way to end that movie.
In any case,
sometimes it works.
We're out of here. You're all free to enjoy the rest of your night. I think Cap is still streaming. Hang on, let me see if I can send you over to Cap. He normally streams at the time. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, he is.
I really need to use that feature more. I always forget.
Oh, I just post a link. I think the other one has to allow it. I don't know if they do, and I think I have to switch it somewhere here.
It's weird.
It's like edit and then customize.
I think on
redirect.
YouTube. Yeah, and I think on YouTube Studio, you can, on your channel, allow anyone to redirect or only allow subscribers or only allow specific authorized users. So it depends on the person's settings. But generally, if you want to redirect to someone and you go in the search thing, type their channel name, if they're streaming and they have it enabled, it'll let you do it.
Yeah.
It'll pop up right away.
Let's see if that works.
Hi, Rocky. I got a little chihuahua here. He's very cute.
I've seen a thing, and there you go. And I want everybody to enjoy that.
Capital O. I put his name in here, but he's not coming up, so he might not have it activated. Oh, wait, it's here, but it's grayed out. Redirect privileges needed. Yeah, okay, so sorry, Cap, no redirect for you.
Grant us privileges, or metal, I guess, specifically. It's his channel. I'm just on the show.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Go watch the movie. If you want to go watch something else, go over to Cap's stream. He's doing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that said, thank you very much for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
See ya.